Harrod already with an early basket. See if she can add on. Back rims that free throw.
And one of the keys is pace. I think the Millwood Falcons are doing a good job keeping it slow and steady offensively.
9-6 is the score. 4:06 to go. Harrod at the free throw line. Spins the second one, takes her time, and knocks that one down. Falcons up by 4. 4:06 to go. McGehee going to bring the ball across the timeline now. Harrod waiting for her at half court. Ball to the right wing in the hands of Tucker. That is Bailey Tucker, who swings it over to Alexis Tucker. Alexis now kicks it back to McGehee. McGehee step back shot. No good. Rebound by Tucker. On the other end, McGehee around to the basket, and she scores again. In other words, when she gets to the baseline, she puts the biscuit in the basket.
Right, you talk about second chance opportunities. When you get it to your best player, she's going to find a way to get a bucket.
McGehee has all of the Lady Wildcats' points. 3-point shot attempt as Anae Atkinson went for it, but it's going to be a rebound pulled down by McGehee.
Reagan Carey cutting off the ball carrier there, trying to force a turnover.
Turn around and firing a shot there. The ball's going to trickle out of bounds there. So missing it on the other end. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's 10-8. Falcons in control, and Nate Atchison across the timeline. Swing the ball to the inside, and
nice give and go.
Inside to Harrod. What a nice give and go play.
Give and go, and Brandy Harrod to finish it off there. This is what we love to see.
Harrod with 5 points in the first.
Continuing to swing the ball with intention.
McGehee behind the back dribble, hands off to Alexis. Alexis back up top in the hands now of Duff. Brooklyn Duff had it, Raquel Hunt covering her.
Falcons still in man defense.
All right, ball in the hand now. Alexis Tucker swings it over to Bailey. McGehee, they're running 4 high. One running the baseline and try to get the ball above the circle. Anae the Falcons doing a great job of man-to-man defense in this possession right now. Falcons not giving them any daylight. And it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Satterfield for the Behtal Lady Wildcats. 2:17 to go. It's time for an A+ Lawn Services timeout. Would you like your home lawn or business lawn to look green, full, and healthy? Call the professionals at A+ Lawn Service. Owner Milo Wilson and his staff will take great care of you. Just call for an appointment today, 405-535-5139. That's 405-535-5139. Timeout call. Great effort on that possession by the Lady Falcon defense.
Exceptional effort. Behtal, like you're saying, playing 4 out, trying to move the basketball and trying to find the open shoot on the baseline. But the Falcons are doing a great job putting strain on them, not allowing them to get in the paint.
The recovery of covering the passing lanes, the Falcons just got to be careful about what players in what position, because the Falcons have done good except for the time when the player running the baseline is McGehee. When Josie McGehee's running the baseline, they find her and she can finish.
Absolutely, indeed. Finishing, great touch around the rim.
2:17 to go, back to live action. Time for Narissa Berry. The Falcons on the floor right now. It is still Anae Atchison, Rihanna Hill, Brandy Harrod, Reagan Carey, and Raquel Hunt. We are getting some moisture off the floor right now. And ready to put the ball on the play. McGehee to trigger. She gets it in the hands now of Bailey Tucker. McGehee, step back 3 from the left wing. Shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, forced her on a tough shot. She's taking accountability there. It's good defense there by Raquel Hunt.
So the Falcons now have it with a 4-point lead, can push it probably as much or extend the lead by 2 or 3, maybe more. 1:59 to go. Into the lane, spin move goes Rihanna Hill, showing athleticism. Reagan Carey with the rebound. That is Duff, who throws out the ball ahead and gets an easy basket on the other end. Right. Rihanna Hill missed that, and on the other end.
Yep, that was a smooth move there, but just couldn't get the shot to go off, and then Bethel's doing a great job getting that ball down court.
12-10, it's the first basket scored by anyone other named than Josie McGehee. Okay, the Falcons are not in good defensive position right now. They got to rotate back. Ball's deflected, going to be stolen by guess who? Raquel Hunt.
Great job there playing those passing lanes, but Behtal does it just as well. Tying up Josie McGehee.
And they're going to talk about Josie, and it looks like they're going to get a foul called against Raquel Hunt there. So Raquel Hunt getting called team foul number 4 on the play. Substitution. So Imani Atchison enters the game for Raquel Hunt. And we have another substitution. Looks like we've got, no, it looks like we have the same group of Lady Wildcats on the floor right now. And that looks like it's Tucker, Duff.
Good job playing the ball there. Brandy Harrod getting the steal.
And to the basket, she gets the steal, and she gets the deal.
That's what the Lady Falcons do well. Exceptional job playing those passing lanes.
Falcon extended lead back to 4, under a minute to go. Spin move into the lane. Anae Atchison now covering.
Tried to set a screen, Anae fights through it.
Dribbles into the lane. She can't get the basket to fall. On the other end, a block. Imani Atchison comes down and blocks the shot by Alexis Tucker under the basket.
And that possession right there defensively was all Atchison, and they starting it off, and Imani finishing it off on the back end.
All right, McGehee to trigger. She gets the ball in to Gascon. Now in the hands of Bailey. It's going to be a steal there by Imani Atchison. Back over to Anae, sister to sister, and she scores and counts the basket.
You got to love it. The sister-sister connection finds themselves on offense, too, as well as defense.
All right, Anae Atchison also has 5 points in the quarter. Substitution. So into the game now coming in for Bailey Tucker is number 20, Alexis Williams. So Anae at the free throw line. See if she can get to that precious number 6 early in this contest. Steady dribble by Anae. Shot is up, back rim's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Wildcats. Handoff now controlled down by Brooklyn Duff. Duff picked up by Harrod. Nice covering on the play, smothering defense by the Falcons. Falcons in man-to-man, 16 seconds on the clock. Reagan Carey gave position to McGehee. McGehee works, spins, scores.
McGehee keeping that possession alive, getting that close mid-range, but otherwise, Millwood doing a good job.
2 seconds on the clock, and Anae Atchison.
Nice job weaving through the paint there to add to their scoring column as she missed that second free throw.
All right, so it's 18-12 at the end of 1. Falcons up by 6. Time to advance to the second quarter. And the Falcons evaded picking up the team's 5th foul that would have put the Lady Wildcats at the free throw line. Time for a quarter recap sponsored by First Security Bank, proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon broadcast. If you're looking for a bank to help you make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or business owner come true, let First Security Bank make your dream a reality. Call them 405-424-4341. First Security Bank, an African-American owned bank. Your thoughts on the first quarter there, Jamin?
The Falcons taking care of business. We missed a couple free throws, but neither here nor there. I'm sure they'll get it together there. Raquel Hunt picked up 2 fouls, so she's to the bench, but Imani Atchison making impacts to the game immediately on both sides of the ball.
Lady Falcons, on the terms of field goals, are 8 of 11 shooting so far, shooting 73%. They've taken 1 3-pointer, have not knocked it down. 8 of 10 shooting in 2s. The quality of shots has been high, and it shows it in the efficiency. The free throw line, 2 of 5, 40%. It's early. They can still work on that number, so something's going on. For the Bethel Lady Wildcats, they're shooting 4 of 9, 44% in the game thus far. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The free throw line has been kind to them, and that's what's allowed them to keep this lead under probably double digits at this time.
Right. It's going to be a close game, so those free throws are definitely something to watch here as this game continues on.
McGehee now being switched over to Rihanna, and Anae Atchison's going to get called for the foul there, going for the steal.
Right, and that's what playing the ball will get you there sometimes, but Anae is at 1 foul, I believe.
Yeah, that's her second foul of the night. First foul of the second. But interesting enough, in the first quarter, McGehee with 10 of the team's first 12 points. Going to work right now. Ball in the corner. Covered by Imani. Imani swings it. Shot from the corner. Back tap. McGehee gets the rebound.
They maintain possession.
And so the ball is going to get knocked out of bounds. No foul on the play. McGehee set to trigger the ball in for the Lady Wildcats. 7:37 to go before the end of the first quarter. Ball in the hand now. Back of McGehee. Harrod runs out. Cuts down the airspace on her. Ball in the hands now of number 20, Alexis Williams. McGehee fires a 3. Can't get it to fall, and then McGehee trying to track down the rebound, fouls Harrod.
Came in like a rocket. Harrod trying to get the ball there and just too much contact.
Team foul number 1. So 18-12, 7:21 to go in the first half. Spark plug across the timeline right now.
Behtal setting a 2-3 defense.
And Nay's going to get it to the corner to Reagan Carey. Carey has yet to score in the game. Back up top to Harrod. Swings it to the left side to the corner. Rihanna Hill fires a wide open three-point shot. She can't get to fall. And this time we're going to catch a foul here on Imani Atchison.
All right, just off the mark there on that 3, Imani Atchison, she picks up her first foul of the game.
So 18-12, team foul number 2. Falcons up by 6. Across the timeline comes Brooklyn Duff.
Falcons setting a 2-3 defense as well, making an adjustment here.
All right, working the ball. Back out top to Alexis Tucker.
Interception.
Interception by Rihanna Hill. And to the back with the Euro step. Beautifully done by Rihanna Hill.
You got to love it. Nice English there on that Euro lay.
Oh, the tread on her shoes must have been nice.
And Nay Atchison.
And
coming up with the steal.
And they going down to get the steal. Firing it. Rihanna pulls up. Short corner jump shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey has her shot blocked. She taps it in. Going to be taken by McGehee.
What an effort play there by Reagan Carey to get that rebound and put it back up.
On the other end, shot no good.
Rebounded Imani Atchison. Bandy Harrod tries to get it over to Reagan Carey. Just a little too much sauce on that one. They'll turn it over there.
So when we start talking about it on the other end of things,
Lady Falcons have been in perfect position on defense these past couple possessions.
All right, 20-12, 8-point advantage, 5:56 to go. Across the timeline we go. Ball in the hands now of Duff. Duff gets it to the left wing. McGehee. Back over to Duff. Duff gets it to Tucker. That's Bailey Tucker that has it right now. Back over to Duff. Duff on the right wing. Steps up, gets it over to McGehee. McGehee not being covered by Rihanna Hill. Rihanna Hill bodying her. Gives it over to Duff. Duff back to McGehee. McGehee ball fakes.
All right, Rihanna
swings
Hill
it
really
inside. Bounce pass
problems.
inside to Tucker. Over to McGehee. McGehee steps into a three-point shot, and she knocks it down.
Right, Rihanna Hill was giving her problems, but as she makes free and gets over to that left wing, we finally get to see that range there.
20-15, 5:12 to go. McGehee now with 13 points. Reagan Carey. Over to Anae Atchison. Anae fires a deep shot just inside the three-point line.
Lines up the long, too.
Anae rolling here early.
Something you don't really see from Anae, taking those long jump shots, but she's more than capable there. She cashes that in.
9 points in the first half for Anae. Duff being covered by Rihanna Hill. Going to swing it. Duff has it on the right wing. Inside, going to be stolen by Reagan Carey. Reagan Carey. Into the lane she goes. At the basket, and she's going to draw contact for a foul.
Right, and Reagan Carey is still scoreless here, but trying to get on the board.
No, she's got two. Reagan Carey does have two.
Excuse me.
Blocking foul called against the Lady Wildcats. Team foul number 2. Reagan Carey at the free throw line now. And she knocks it down. Reagan Carey knocks down free throw. One thing Reagan Carey will do is knock down a free throw.
And that'll keep you on the court there for sure, Mo.
So Bailey Tucker comes out for a breather for the Lady Wildcats. Second shot is knocked down by Reagan Carey. 24-15, Falcons up by 9.
Falcons in a 2-3.
All right, ball in the hands of McGehee on the left wing. Up top, now in the hands of Gascon. And McGehee launches another three, and it's true from the left wing.
And McGehee doesn't need much space at all. You got to keep a hand in her face if she's around the perimeter.
McGehee now with 16 first half points. Swings it over. Inside goes Rihanna Hill, and that time the short corner J is working.
You see the stroke there. She's had time to warm it up, and she knocks that one down.
Brandon Harrod with the assist. Rihanna Hill now with 6 first half points. 26-18, McGeehee's feeling it. Fires a shot, no good from 3. Rebound Harrod. Harrod Into the lane she goes, kicks it to the corner. Ball fakes inside, down low to her sister Imani Atchison, who's fouled. Going to go to the free throw line. Contact's going to be against McGehee. Team foul number 3.
And Brandy got past McGehee with ease. I thought she would elect to score, but
McGehee trying to watch the foul situation. It is a full timeout on the floor. It's another A-plus lawn services timeout. Home lawn can be green. It can be full. It can be healthy. If you call who? Milo. Let him take care of you with his staff. Call for an appointment today at A-plus Lawn Services, 405-535-5139. This is a great opportunity to remind you tonight's game. Millwood Falcon basketball, presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Sponsored by Sunbeam Family Services, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threed's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. When we talked about it in pregame of the players to watch, I mean, McGehee has been the price of admission for the Bethel Lady Wildcats. She has been carrying the team thus far. The Falcons have done a good job, but she still finds cracks in the defense, especially above the perimeter, and she's been able to knock down some big-time three-point shots to keep this team relatively close and in this game.
Right, the Falcons have done a good job neutralizing everyone else, but they have to find a way to put more strain on McGehee as she's around that perimeter. She likes this left side. She cashed in a couple threes and a majority of her team's points.
3:39 to go to the free throw line we return to. Imani Atchison has had a great defensive impact since she's got into the game. So let's see if she can put some points on the board. Imani knocks down the first free throw. She did so well, we're going to give her one more. Not that it matters that I say that. But at the free throw line, Imani misses the second one. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Wildcats. 28-18, the lead is up to 10 now. Gonna fire it to the corner. Ball inside, and McGehee's shot is erased. She smiles because Harad covered that one.
Right, Harad shadowing, doing a great job. Getting lost in the defense and coming up with that steal at the last second. Block, excuse me.
Okay, gonna swing it out. And the ball bounces off Harad's leg. She didn't see that one. McGehee now drifts to the left side. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to say it's still going to be Lady Wildcat ball. 28-18, 3:20 to go.
That was Rihanna Hill there covering her defensively. Doing a great job covering McGehee.
Now the foul situation, team fouls 3 against the Lady Wildcats, 2 team fouls against the Falcons. Falcons have done a better job in the second quarter identifying and not committing as many early fouls. Duff into the lane, and the shot's going to be knocked out of her hand, or they're going to call a foul on Harad. No, they're going to call the foul on Imani Atchison, number 5. Imani Atchison, team foul number 3. To the line goes McGehee. Oh, the correction, that is not McGehee at the free throw line. Looks like that is Brooklyn Duff at the free throw line.
Indeed.
So first free throw is untrue. So Imani Atchison steps out of the game now. And it looks like Raquel Hunt has returned. And the second free throw by Brooklyn Duff is good. 27-19. Harad sidesteps with the left. The jump shot's no good. Rebound by the Lady Wildcats.
All right, it's an effective pump fake there. Just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Duff gets the ball in the hands, and it's going to be stolen by Harad, who throws it up to Ane. Ane, one-on-one to get to the basket, and she scores!
I mean, Harad picking her pocket with ease, and Ane doing what she does best, around the basket, scoring.
Harad picking up another assist.
Falcons applying pressure.
McGehee double teamed. She lets it go. Brooklyn Duff now has it. Going to swing the ball over now in the hands of Gascon. Back in the hands of Duff. Falcons double team for the first time tonight against McGehee. See if they're going to continue that.
All right, they forced her into some tough shots. We've seen Gascon shoot a couple threes, but other than that, it's been her and Brooklyn Duff.
2:15 to go. The Falcon defense rotating well. Brooklyn Duff in the corner, covered by Rihanna Hill. Swing it back up top. Three-point shot attempt by Alexis Tucker is no good. Reagan Carey tracks down the rebound there.
Gets her on the pump fake.
Rihanna Hill behind the back dribble, sidestep shot. And the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Rihanna Hill's shot does not fall for her that time. Ball careens and goes out of bounds. So 30-19 is the score as it stands right now. So
Falcons playing man defense.
To the basket goes, and Brooklyn Duff's going to draw a foul. It's going to be a foul against Rihanna Hill. Team foul number 4, 1:40 to go. And back to the free throw line. Or Brooklyn Duff for the first time today. Second time today, excuse me.
Knocked down her first two.
30-19 is the score. Front rims, no good that time for Duff. Duff, steady dribble at the line. Misses the second one, rebound, pulled down by Brandy Harrod. Harrod's been stuck at 7 for a minute, but she's been filling up the stat sheet another way with block shots, assists, and rebounds. Anae Atchison fires from the right wing, shot no good, and then Rihanna Hill's going to get caught for an over-the-back call there.
A little overzealous trying to get that offensive rebound. 2 quick fouls from Rihanna Hill.
So, yes, so that picks up foul number 2. So now it's 5 fouls for the Falcons, so that will put, at this time, Alexis Tucker at the free throw line.
Plenty of time for the Behtal ladies to capitalize on the Millwood Falcons surpassing the 5-foul threshold.
Okay, so Tucker misses that first free throw. She gets one more. Second one by Tucker is good. Pulls them within 10. 1:25 to go.
Behtal setting a 2-3 defense.
Okay, Anae Atchison across the timeline now, standing on the logo. Swings it to Raquel.
Raquel is doubled.
All right, over to Reagan Carey. Inside to Rihanna Hill, who swings it back over to Raquel. Raquel fires a 3. Shot no good. Rebound by Rihanna Hill. Rihanna Hill spins inside and is going to get draw contact for a foul, and back to the free throw line she goes.
It's a great job by Rihanna Hill. She's so effective with the spin move, evading defenders and getting a clear shot to the basket. That time she puts it up quick to her advantage, getting back to the free throw line.
So we've got a substitution coming in for the Lady Wildcat as Kinley Bowles comes in. So McGehee comes out with 1:04 to go. So now at the free throw line, shot front rims, no good for Rihanna Hill on that one.
Ava Gasson bringing it up court.
And they're going to turn the ball over there. A little pass there by Gascon.
Trying to get it to Alexis Williams.
So they're going to say it was off a Lady Falcon. So the Lady Wildcats to get it in. Ball back in the hands now of Gascon.
Falcons playing man defense.
All right. Swing it back up top. Tucker swings it over. Cutting inside, and it looks like Reagan Carey was going to get it. They're going to say the ball is knocked out of bounds. It will remain Lady Wildcat ball. Good effort again by the Falcon defense. Reagan Carey trying to cover that passing lane. 37 seconds to go.
Right, it's nice job, good effort trying to play through that contact.
Call ball back in the hands of Ava Gascon.
Rihanna Hill playing defense on ball.
All right, ball's going to be stolen, and then Gascon's going to foul Rihanna Hill, and that's going to be team foul number 5. Rihanna Hill to the free throw line. Anae Atchison has a team high 11 points. Game high points still belong to, when we start talking about Josie McGehee with 16. But the Falcons have several players near 10 points. They've been outstanding today. Rihanna Hill fires her first free throw and knocks it down. Rihanna Hill with 8 first half points. So now she misses that second one. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Wildcats. To the corner. Swing it inside. Ball's going to get deflected. It's going to be a steal by Anae Atchison. Anae going to get called for the turnover here. Ball's going to get knocked loose. The Lady Falcons get it again. Anae with another steal. And this time they're going to call Harrod for steps with 1 second on the clock.
Right, Anae tried to jump stop and get it to Raquel Hunt. That's what started that, got the turnover. Brandy Harrod gets it back and tries to set up a jumper, but the referee looks at a travel.
All right, 1 second on the clock. Brandy Harrod trips it. And as time expires at the end of the first half, it is 32-20. 32-20. We're going to take a quick break, bring you up to date, take a look at the scores, and break things down for you in just a minute. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Basketball Regional Playoff Action, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Richmond Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal, and you have a great day.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15th, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Welcome to the Millwood and Richmond Foundation Halftime Report. Millwood and Richmond Foundation raising $25,000 to help take care of their teachers and scholarships for its Millwood students and teachers that need supplies. Make a positive difference in investing in the jewel institution that is Millwood Public Schools. You can make a contribution at Cash App right now. Open up your phone, $ Millwood Enrich OKC. That's $ Millwood Enrich OKC. Do that. Today's game, of course, Millwood, a presentation of Millwood basketball, is being presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Truffle Stops and Country Stores. So it's time to take a quick look at the stats here. So for the Behtal Lady Wildcats here, they end up shooting in the first half 6 of 17, 35%. That three-point line was kind to them early in the game, but it turned out not to be as friendly in the second, as they were 2 of 10. 20% overall in that particular angle. They have also scored 9 rebounds thus far, had 9 rebounds so far in this game. And so going to work right now, looking at how things are going, basically everything from this team's perspective for the Behtal Lady Wildcats, Jamin Dawson, is going through Josie McGeehee. And how many first half points did she have?
She's had 17, and she's been key. She's hit a couple
17
deep
of the
threes.
team's 20 points.
Yes, I mean, you have to respect her scoring ability wherever she is on the court, whether she's resting on the baseline, waiting for a quick cut to get an easy 2, and she's hit a couple threes here, so she's showing us range.
All right, for the Falcon perspective, the Falcons outscored the Behtal Lady Wildcats in that second. That spigot that was flowing in the first, when the Falcons were up 18-12, it turned as the Falcons outscored them in the second quarter 14-8. The Falcons established their dominance there. First half led by Anae Atchison with 12 points, 2 assists and a rebound, and 3 steals. Anae's been on fire. Then we talk about Rihanna Hill. She's had 8 points in the first half, 2 rebounds, 2 steals of her own right. And Brandy Harrod, I know she got off to a quick start. She got stuck on 7 for a long time, Jamin, but 7 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, 2 steals. That's a Brandy Harrod stat line.
That's that decorated stat line we love to see, and we're used to seeing it from her.
Raquel Hunt, an assist, and in terms of that, and a steal in the contest. Imani Atchison, 1 point. She ends up with 1 assist and 1 steal in the first half. Raken Carey, the only other Falcon to get into the scoring column with 4 points, 1 rebound overall, and she has 1 steal overall in the contest. The Falcons have 10 first half steals, forcing, I want to say, 10 first half steals, forcing 11 turnovers against the Behtal Lady Wildcats. So when you start looking at the numbers, what's been the most impressive thing to you overall?
I love to see the steals from Millwood and the turnovers from Behtal, because that just epitomizes how great this defense can be. I mean, they've had a couple blocks. Brandy Harrod doing a great job protecting the back end, as well as Imani Atchison on the possessions that she's had. When she's been in the game, she has impacted on defense a lot, quite a bit. And
now,
to have a few players with multiple steals, I mean, you got to love it.
Yeah, and again, slow and steady was what David Albert told us will win the race. Well, Harrod doesn't have to go for 20 in this game.
No, sir.
Again, the formula, I think, for the Falcons is everybody else contributing. And when we say that the other players not named Josie McGeehee have only put up 3 points, the other team is not members, other players are not a part of the flow. Whereas the Falcons, you've got almost three players all sitting at near 10 points, or more. And to me, that's involvement. And that basketball they're getting easier shots because more players are involved.
Right, and they're locked in defensively because the 3 points that Brooklyn Duff has are the only points that they've scored except Josie McGahee. So the defense is doing a great job keying in on everybody else, not letting anyone else affect the game.
So the second half of this game, what do you think Coach Albert is going to be telling her squad right now?
She's going to tell them to finish. I mean, we're 0 for 3 from 3, so they're not necessarily settling for threes, and they're shooting pretty well. I mean, they're taking good, smart, efficient shots, so I think she's just going to preach intensity on defense to not let Behtal continue to get any life.
Okay, so out of my 3 keys to the game, I said clear the glass, defensive rebounds. I think that one gets a check or gets a grade. So what's the grade? A, B, C, D? Well, I mean, we're doing high school, so we do letter grades.
Let's give them a B. The game's not over.
Okay. Then high percentage shots, what do you give?
I'm going to give them an A.
Okay, and then finally, staying out of foul trouble.
Give them a B.
A B. Right. So, I mean, that obviously is a big factor in that regard.
Absolutely.
So, to me, the second half of the game is duplicating the first. But the number one thing that you have to understand that if you are the Falcons right now, the score is 0-0. Same intensity starting the second half of this game.
Right, absolutely. We talked about how even of a matchup this could be, and you want to see them just continue to press defensively to stretch this lead out, continue the momentum that they have from last week.
All right, to work. Here we go. Anae Atchison gets it coming out of the timeout now. 7:55 to go. Anae on the right wing. Kicks it to the corner. Back up top to Anae. Anae inside. Stutter steps in the lane. Hits him with the runner. Gets a little rim chatter, but nothing falling for her that time. Rebound controlled by the Lady Wildcats. On the floor for the Falcons, sponsored now Darissa Berry Insurance Agency. And McGehee comes out the gate.
With another heat check, setting the tone there.
Comes out
Deep
firing
three.
a three. So 23-32. Falcons on the floor. And Nate Atchison, Raquel Hunt, Brandy Harrod, Reagan Carey, and Rihanna Hill. Carey gets the pass over to Anae. Raquel Hunt inside. Reagan Carey can't score the bunny, and it's going to end up being a jump ball situation, and it will be Lady Wildcat ball. Reagan Carey is not happy she didn't knock that one down.
Right, just a little too much bounce off the board. She scored in this game, but not as high of a clip as she has in the previous 2 or 3 games.
McGehee swings it over to Gascon. Gascon goes inside the lane. Her shot goes around and down.
And that is the third player in the scoring figure for the Bethel Lady Wildcats.
All right. So Anae on the right wing fires it to the corner. Raquel Hunt now has it. Back up top to Rihanna Hill.
Bethel Lady Wildcats in a 2-3 defense.
Anae Atchison holding. Falcons are in complete control. There's no need to hurry. There is no Wildcat stepping out on her. She can hold it all day long.
5 out.
Ball in the hands of Rihanna Hill. Rihanna into the lane. Off the glass. Reagan Carey gets the rebound.
They call her for over the back.
They're going to call her for over the back.
That's the second over the back she's had here tonight.
Reagan Carey's second foul, first team foul of the second half.
Interception. Rihanna Hill dishes it over to Anae for the left-hand layup.
And she can't finish, but Brandy Harrod does.
That's what Brandy Harrod does well, staying back when her team is leading the break so she can clean up anything that might mishap.
Bounce pass over. And McGehee fires a three, can't get it to fall. And it's going to be contact against Anae Atchison.
And she doesn't like that one at all.
Anae's going to be called for the foul, team foul number 2.
2 quick fouls here for the Lady Falcons in this second half.
All right, going to work. Ball in the hands now. The runner, shot no good.
Not enough air on that floater there. Reagan Carey gets the rebound.
Brandy Harrod comes back and gets the loose change. Harrod into the lane. Drives through traffic and the ball's knocked loose, but it will be Falcon basketball.
Brandy Harrod going full speed to the basket there.
So now going to work. And Brandy thought Anae was going to zig when she zagged. So there's going to be a turnover there by Harrod on that pass. Lead is 9 right now.
All right, turning it over on the inbound, something we usually don't see these Lady Falcons do.
All right, going to work right now. Ball's going to be stolen by Anae Atchison.
Nice double team there, and they getting that ball loose, and Brandy Harrod putting up the layup.
And Harrod goes to try and get the second shot. She's not able to get that one to fall that time. But it's going to be a foul this time called against Gascon. Team foul number 1. So the ball on Reagan Carey. Easy money with the 2.
Yep. Electing to shoot quick, Reagan Carey loves to see that ball go in.
All right. McGehee's losing it. Raquel Hunt comes up with the steal. Raquel to the right wing, and then Harrod is going to get called for the offensive foul that time.
All right, Brandy Harrod Euro steps, tries to take her time to get in the paint, and she's usually drawing contact, but it's her drawing the contact there.
Team foul number 3 against the Falcons.
And the Falcons have to tighten up here. They're fouling here pretty quickly. You got something to watch here for the starters. Kick ball. Kick
ball, and it will remain Lady Wildcat ball. Falcons extending full court pressure right now. 5:28 to go. Ball nearly stolen. McGehee has it. Into the lane, bounce pass. Contact, but finishing well at the rim, Alexis Tucker scores the ball.
It's a nice job by Tucker finishing through contact there.
Now, more Lady Wildcats are involved in the second half.
Right, as we got 2 more scorers in the scoring column here that weren't there in the first half.
Harrod lets go of 3 of her own. Side rim, no good. And Raquel Head's going to step out of bounds there.
Fighting to keep it alive.
So 36-27 remains the score. 5 minutes to go in the third.
Kick ball again, Brandy Harrod.
So to work we go. Deep pass. Across the timeline now goes Tucker. Tucker loses it on the inside. Bounce pass out McGehee. Swings it over, left wing. 3-point shot is no good, recovered by Harrod.
Great job, Millwood defense resetting there.
Harrod pulls up with the runner, short arms that one, shot no good. Harrod ends up getting the pass back, down low to Riga Carey. Riga Carey scores!
And that's what Brandy Harrod does well. Nice job finding her teammate on the other side of the basket.
So nice job by Ane getting the ball in the hands of Harrod.
McGehee.
And McGehee
lines up another 3, but it looks like that's going to be an offensive foul.
So they're going to call an offensive foul here, but we don't know if the basket counts right now. The officials have not given the word yet. They're meeting, and the officials are trying to discuss whether the shot should count. So the shot is good. The 3-point shot will stay for McGehee. But they have also a team foul here, 38-30.
The foul was on Brooklyn Duff.
So Brooklyn Duff being called for the offensive foul there. So now to work we go. Harrod into Ane Atchison. Ane, steady dribble. Across the timeline. Standing on the logo. Ane.
Man-to-man defense by Behtal.
Ane's going to lose it. It's going to end up being a steal here.
All right, ball rolls off her foot, and Josie McGehee goes straight to the basket.
She can't get it to fall, but on the rebound and putback goes Alexis Tucker.
Alexis Tucker with 4. Timeout on the court.
And Behtal getting pumped here as they pulled the lead, got it down from his lead was as big as 12, now cut down to 6. 3:50 to go in the third.
Right, and the credit is due to getting more players involved here. Alexis Tucker with a quick 4. Gasson has 2 as well, and Josie McGehee has not cooled down from 3 one bit.
Yes, she's got, if I'm not mistaken, doing my math, carry the 2, she's got 23 points, right?
Yes, that's my calculations.
23 points. So as you're looking at it, the Falcons have not done a great job of identifying, or they thought McGehee was going to get loose, but now we're starting to see the Lady Wildcats establish themselves by scoring the ball. We're getting big baskets now coming in from Alexis Tucker. She's getting some shots here in, and we've also seen a basket here by Gascon in the second half of here. But I want to see Alexis Tucker has 4 or 6 points in the game itself. So 3:50 to go here. It's an A+ lawn services timeout. Time to get that lawn full, healthy, and green. Milo and his team will take care of you. 405-535-5139, 405-535-5139. Back to live action now. To work goes Ane Atchison across the timeline now.
Behtal going back to man defense.
So Ane, and they're going to call a jump ball situation. It will be Lady Falcon ball. Coach Satterfield very happy about how her Lady Wildcats have come out in the second half of this game.
We must note that the defensive adjustments are paying dividends here as the Lady Wildcats are sticking to man-to-man.
Pass the ball to the right wing. Inside, Ane Atchison to the basket. She goes, score the basket. Ane drawn the contact and put the biscuit in the basket. Nice job on that one there.
Great job playing straight up, taking the bump and putting it up.
Ane Atchison with a game-high 14, or team-high 14 points. Substitution as Bailey Tucker comes out, and in returning the game is Alexis Williams. And they trying to complete the three-point play. Big free throw here, especially when it comes to momentum. Back rims that one, and they're going to call Brandy Harrod for over the back.
All right, there's 1-on-2 there fighting for that ball, and Brandy Harrod has such length that she reaches over, and she's called for it there.
So team foul number 4. Ball in the hands now. Working the ball around.
Falcons up in the pressure here defensively.
Working the ball. Duff to the inside. She can't score. Rebound pulled down by Rihanna Hill.
She loses that. Brooklyn Duff fights for it, and that's a turnover. Back to Millwood.
So Millwood will have the ball. Team foul situation. Falcons with 4 foul, and then Anae Atchison is going to get. Are they going to call Anae with the foul?
She was double teamed quickly, and the ball was stolen from her by Josie McGehee.
So it's Anae Atchison. So that should be 5 team fouls coming. So in the hands now, dribbling.
Brooklyn Duff
Swing it out.
Lane.
Shot from the wing, in and out.
From Gascon.
And they're going to call a jump ball situation. It will be Lady Wildcat ball. So to work. So I thought it might be, but it looks like there's a discrepancy on the foul count. So conferring at the scorer's table is what we got right now, just to confirm the situation. But again, they got to get that cleared up. But by my records, I have Millwood with 5 fouls. So,
all right, that last one.
Right. So that's I think it's just wrong on what we have on the scoreboard. So they're conferring, but while they're conferring right now, the momentum right now, the more fouls that are being generated here, and the opportunities Bethel gets, the momentum will continue to build on their side of it. So looks like after discussion, we will have here 4 team fouls apiece. So the officials have basically ruled that it is 4 team fouls apiece. All right, so they're going to move the ball around on the right wing. Going to swing it to the corner. 3-point shot is no good.
All air from Gascon. Raquel Hunt pushing the pace, getting it over to Brandy Harrod for an easy lay.
What a job there as Raquel Hunt pushed the pace. Brandy Harrod finishes on the Raquel Hunt pass. The Falcons back up by 10, 42-32. Ball fake there by Alexis Tucker. Tucker spins inside.
Hunt getting a hand on there, tying it up.
And they're going to end up calling a foul. Again, when a player brings the ball down, they're going to call that foul right now, and the Falcons are racking them up. But nonetheless, it's team foul number 5, so shooting 2. The Falcons, when you're up 10, you body. You don't have to be as aggressive to create the opportunities. The more the stoppage of clock, the stoppage of play, the more opportunities you get.
Right, and some momentum swinging to the Bethel ladies' way. You just want to play more straight up body, like you said, and not as handsy, because the referees are going to pay attention and call that.
42-33. Second free throw is no good.
Board by Brandy Harrod.
Harrod, she's got 11 points. She's got double digits in rebounds, too. The ball's going to get knocked loose. And as far as how that goes, Harrod officially on the night, she's approaching a double-double. From our record, she's got 8 rebounds and 11 points on the night. Going to swing it to the corner. Shot by Raquel. Ring it for Raquel Hunt.
And it's money. All net from the corner 3.
So doing work right now. Nice job.
McGehee.
So the ball at the top. Timeout being called by Coach Satterfield for the Bethany Lady Wildcats. The Falcons using this momentum to build back the lead up. The lead officially now is at 12. 1:58 to go. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call right now. When we look at the quarter itself overall, 13-10, the Bethel Lady Wildcats have outscored the Falcons overall, but the Falcons have found a way now to build into this and start to build some things up.
Right, as this third quarter expires, they've passed that 5-foul threshold here for the second quarter of this game, so you want to be watching that, being mindful, as these key players are going to be needed here in this fourth quarter.
Right, so 1:58, the Falcons have to maintain momentum. That's what they have to do. They want to make sure that they're taking care of the ball and playing just good, sound defense. Force them to put the ball up.
Right, you want to see them slow it down a little bit. The pace was a little better to their favor earlier in this game.
Yeah, and now it's more to the favor now of Bethel. So again, the scoring, they want to make sure that everything is right at the scorer's table. So we're getting conferred down.
You have to appreciate the attention to detail here from this officiating crew.
So 1:58 to go. So now everybody wants to make sure this is the playoffs. Everything matters. Everything is trying to come together. Absolutely. So with that being said, I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors: Sunbeam Family Services, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threed's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wings Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. So those are the sponsors for tonight's game. And a reminder, coming up tonight, the boys will get their first taste of playoff action. They've been gone for a while. We'll have to talk about that in a minute.
We are indeed. They got about an easy W as you could.
They did, but they actually have not seen action. And I'm going to say this now, almost 14 days. Almost 14 days have they seen action. So to me, I think if there's not someone chomping at the bit more to defend their back-to-back state championship title, it will be the Millwood Falcon boys basketball team. Coach Dorian Williams is basically going to talk about, has been preaching to his team, reassess the defensive identity. Players are getting healthy. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a few minutes as we get ready to get into the third quarter goes up. But right now there is a discussion at the scoring table right now, and so we want to make sure that everything is falling together right. So 45-33 is the score right now, and so the discussion is either fouls and who fouls are on, or it's a discussion on points. And so that's where that issue could be. That we had discussions or heard that maybe a point was missing, but in the playoff action. So that's what we want to get cleared up right now. And so that's the discussion that's going on at the scorer's table. And I'm sure for those who are watching online, you see it at the corner of the screen right now where the discussion is being taken place right here at the scorer's table. And the object is to get things accurate, and that's what we're trying to work out. So as they are going through things right now, when we start looking at how this team is going, David Albert's squad trying to extend the game to 8 overall. That's the object of what they're trying to do right now. They're also trying to work out details and helping this team continue to excel, continue to build. So now so this is the discussion. So, but they're trying to discuss again. There must be a foul discrepancy. That must be what this is.
Right, because that's what they were discussing in this last timeout in the last meeting here. We have both sides cooperating equally with the scorer's table to figure out the right foul count.
So 45-33 is the score. It is a 12-point margin right now. We have a stoppage in play to discuss that. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist, and SSM Health at St. Anthony has a great team to get a player back in the game from injury. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores is a founding partner of Millwood Falcon Broadcast and continues to make our community a great one to live in. Thank you, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. So when we start looking at that, those are tonight's presenters for tonight's Millwood Falcon regional basketball coverage right now. So, Jamin, while we have the stoppage in action right now, there's two things that go into play here. One, for Behtal, that's a big plus for them because it gives McGehee another 4 or 5 minutes to catch her breath.
Absolutely.
She's
played a majority of minutes.
She's played a majority of minutes, and after picking up foul 3 was the only time she stepped off the floor. She has not picked up a foul in this quarter, so that means she'll have more juice for the last 9 minutes that's left and change, or almost 10 minutes that's left in tonight's game. If you're the Falcons on the other side, you cannot allow – you really want this game to go because the longer it stretches out, the more favor it takes really for the Behtal. I'm just being honest about it.
Right. I mean, it's no shame about it. I mean, Josie McGehee is a great player. She's averaging 23 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game, 2.8 steals per game, and 1.9 assists. So she is a focal point for this team. She is a leader. She is not a senior. They only have one senior, but she is getting it done on the offensive side and getting her teammates involved more coming out in this second half, finding Alexis Tucker to get a couple easy layups. Ava Gascon, she's put up a lot of threes. She hasn't nailed one down, but she stayed opportune, and she's been able to find herself in the scoring column as well.
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about, you were just mentioning that. So Gascon, and Duff, and who are is it Alexis Tucker?
Alexis Tucker.
Those are the 3 players who have found life in the second half of this game. And to me, it was one of those situations where when you want to see things in action play, you needed to take some pressure off of McGehee to score the ball. So now that we have everything understood and making things go to work right now, that's really what it comes down to. So it looks like we've got a general understanding right now. 45-33, 1:58 to go, back to live action. So we're finally back and getting things going right now.
All right, nice break for both teams there to catch their breaths.
So going to work right now. Working the ball. Going to shoot it from the corner. Shot no good that time. Rebound. And then on the other end, Reagan Carey going to be caught for the foul there. Reagan Carey, team foul number 3. So back to the free throw line goes the Lady Wildcats. And again, this will be Alexis Williams shooting. And Alexis Williams has a chance to bring it back down again to a 10-point margin. But scoring the ball with the clock stopped, only favors Behtal.
Right, only favors one team because the heart of this Millwood Falcons team is the defense, and they excel in transition, getting buckets, quick buckets on the fast break.
1:38 to go. And the second free throw is no good. And a little turnover by the Falcons on the rebound after Raquel Hunt got it. On the inside, it's Tucker. Now McGehee pulls up from the short corner, Jay. Shot is no good. Reagan Carey has it. And again, the Falcons are not covering. On the other end, McGehee scores the ball.
But now we've got to be more intentional with these inbound passes. They're applying full court pressure, and it's working out for them, forcing 2 quick turnovers.
So on the other end, they can't get it to fall that time. 1:07 to go.
Reagan Carey fights to keep this possession alive.
Brianna Hill fires a 3. Shot no good. Brandy Harrod with the putback and the basket.
Great job spacing the floor and staying around the basket. Brandy Harrod cleaning that up there as the Falcons really needed to get 2 points on the board.
47-35. 45 seconds on the clock.
Falcons still in man defense.
Working the ball around. Shot from the wing by guess who? McGehee again.
You've got to put a hand up on McGehee when she's around that perimeter. She's put up a lot of long threes, tough contested threes as well.
And they're going to call offensive foul against Raquel Hunt. So Raquel Hunt being called for the foul there. And the Lady Wildcats are chipping away at the lead, and they're also chipping away at momentum right now.
All right, the Lady Falcons have got to maintain their discipline going into this fourth quarter.
So in the hands now, inside. Swinging the ball around to McGehee, and it's going to get knocked out of bounds. Nice recovery by Brandy Harrod as McGehee was cutting to the basket. 7.1 seconds to go.
Right, that's a nice job, Brandy Harrod, just staying in position, using that length, blocks that pass just a little bit.
Bailey Tucker comes into the game. And coming out, Alexis Williams. Duff to McGehee with 5 on the clock. McGehee looking for airspace. She drives to the lane, can't get it to fall. Tucker gets the rebound, high off the glass, shot no good.
Right, and the Falcons get away there without a foul. It's a great job going into his fourth quarter. Up by 9.
47-38. On to the fourth quarter we go. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon basketball, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. On to the fourth quarter we go. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson here at the Millwood Fieldhouse. We got a good one on hand right now, folks. 47-38 is the score. 8 minutes to go in the game. So as we get into the fourth right now, momentum right now is really on the side of the Lady Wildcats. They outscored the Falcons 18-15 in the third based upon what we're seeing. But to be very honest with you, Jamin, right now, Millwood's in the lead. They just don't look comfortable in that position right now.
Right, and Behtal is up in that intensity on defense. They forced 3 turnovers there while the Falcons are just trying to inbound the ball. And from a Millwood standpoint, I mean, we've got to reel it in a little bit and be more disciplined defensively to not continue to commit fouls.
They're not used to the Wild being pressed, and the Falcons were pressed, and they turned the ball over about 3 or 4 times.
Right, as they deployed again.
All right, Harrod now has it. Harrod into the lane. Ball's going to be, she's going to be fouled by Alexis Tucker there, team foul number 1. Harrod should go to the free throw line shooting 2. Harrod with 11 points on the night. So Harrod, steady dribble. And nice bounce, nice rhythm as she knocks down the first points of the fourth. Harrod with 12. Second shot by Harrod is true. 49-38.
Falcons starting to press Behtal here.
Ball inside now. Shot high off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Imani Atchison. Substitution onto the floor. Ane pulls up from the elbow. Knocks down a pretty jump shot that time.
Right, nice job stopping and popping that elbow jumper there. High percentage shot for her.
$51-38 is the score now. Reset. Alexis Tucker backs it out to the logo. 7:10 to go in the game.
Falcons still in man defense.
They're going to swing the ball over the top. McGehee. Shot is no good. Rebound. Harrod.
Fighting to keep it alive, getting it up court. Anae Atchison getting it to Reagan Carey. She's crashing into the paint. She's fouled.
So on the other end, a foul's going to be made, and they're going to call.
Maybe they called it on her.
Okay. I didn't see the foul, but they might have said somebody was out.
It was either a charge or just lost the ball there, Reagan Carey.
Ball inbounded now. Bounce pass coming across the timeline goes McGehee. McGehee kicks it out. Wide open. 3-point shot from the top. 3-pointer goes true for Duff.
Right, and that's Duff, her first 3 of the game. I mean, hand down, man down. She's got no defender in front of her. Why not shoot the wide open 3 and it goes in?
10-point margin, 6:27 to go. Falcons trying to advance into the winner's bracket of the regional round here, as the regional basketball games, all games for the regional area 3 belong at Millwood this year. So the ball's knocked out. It will be Falcon basketball. Imani Atchison to inbound the ball. Ball in the hands of Rihanna. Rihanna What a beautiful step back shot.
Nice step back three. As we mentioned, she likes playing off ball, and she's a good decision maker there and being decisive.
So it looks like a timeout's going to be called on the floor here by Coach Satterfield. It's a 30-second timeout, 53-41. You know, as we get deeper into the game here, the decisions, where the ball is, all those things matter a lot. And, you know, Brandy Harrod has been the glue for this team. She's needed a burst. She's up to 16 points in the game now. She's tied Anae Atchison. We've got 3 Falcons in double digits with Rihanna, Brandy, and Anae. But at this point in time, this is when, if Brandy Harrod was going to assert herself, this is the time where you want to see that.
Right, you want to see her be the key, locking down this defense on the back end, getting blocks, and Amani Atchison doing a great job as she's been substituted in, impacting the game continuously on the defensive end.
All right, going to work now. Looks like Duff to inbound the ball. And they get it in. So Duff now has it. Harrod picks her up in the backcourt. Falcons extending pressure. Ball in the hands now of Gascon. Back in the hands of McGehee.
She gives it up easily to Amani Atchison. It's a great job by Gascon, and she goes and steals that, gets it to McGehee, and she lays it in.
And McGehee scores an easy basket there, so it's back to a 10-point margin.
They turn it over, and they steal the ball right back.
So Harrod into Anae, and contact, big-time contact. They're going to call a block. Anae, and that was a nasty contact right there in the top there. See if she gets up. That was a tough collision there.
Right, Alexis Tucker bracing a lot of contact there.
Yeah, I mean, she got a lot of wind knocked out of her there. So Tucker says to the officials that she's all right. She's tough. She says, I want to play some more basketball. Going to work right now. So 2 team fouls so far for the Lady Wildcats. And then Harrod wheels to the basket. I guess she was surprised how open she was. She missed that one.
Slices inside easily. Just a little too much oomph on that lay.
McGehee with a nice scoop
right
shot.
hand. Right hand shot on the left side.
Right hand shot going left. 53-45, 8-point game. Full court pressure being applied now by the Lady Wildcats. And then Harrod.
It's a little off target there.
Going to call a jump ball situation. It will be Falcon basketball with 5:20 to go. The Falcons have got to be sharp with the passes now. Behtal is selling out to create extra opportunities, and so far in the game, they're supposed to be going that way.
Right, they haven't had this problem this season, and if so, they haven't had this problem in a long time.
So now going to work. Anae to the basket, and she scores.
It's a great job electing to score. Again, as we talked about efficient shots, Alexis Tucker hard dribble to lay, and she loses the ball.
So they're going to call a turnover there. So again, the official said that if it was a jump ball situation, it should have been the other side of it. So it's a discussion now on whose ball it is.
And the referees are really earning it here tonight.
So again, they're trying to get this right. So again, they're having problems.
Right, and as we mentioned, I mean,
so
it all
again, they're
matters.
saying the possession, 5 minutes to go.
You can hear the noise here building.
Yeah, I mean,
Franklin Spears
because the tension is building. I mean, this is playoff basketball. Everybody wants this right, but the discussion is on whether the jump ball, who it should have been on. So in other words, they're saying that last possession. So the officials are now going to talk and make a decision here. But it's a 10-point margin as it stands right now. So again, has to make sure that they're getting it right. So I don't, want to make sure everything is right. That's the key thing. We want right stuff. Tonight's game is being brought to you or presented Millwood Basketball, regional basketball coverage brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. 5 minutes is on the clock. We have a stoppage in action right now as the officials are discussing the possession. As Brandy Harrod was out here at half court, they said the possession era belonged to the Falcons. Falcons got the ball and quickly scored. So now going to work right now, 55-45. So it will be Wildcat ball. So the Wildcats to inbound the ball now. Ball in the hands now of McGehee, covered by Harrod. She swings it to the corner. Ball back in the hands of McGehee. Harrod covering.
Alexis Tucker down
Double
low.
team, and this time they're going to catch a foul there. And they're going to catch the foul on Brandy Harrod. First, well, that's number 4 for Harrod.
A little less than 5 minutes here left in the game. Really got to watch that.
So watch McGehee try to be aggressive here now. McGehee throws it in.
To Brooklyn Duff.
Brooklyn Duff now has it back to McGehee. McGehee with Harrod. McGehee tries to lose her on the screen. Back in the hands of McGehee. McGehee fires a 3 from the left wing. Shot no good. Rebound by Anae Atchison. And then McGehee throws out to get the steal. And on the other end
is Gascon.
Gascon gets the basket.
And she has
55-47, and the Falcons are going to turn it over. Or no, they don't. Harrod with the effort. And a timeout being done here.
And Coach Albert.
Coach Albert's not happy about that. They want a 60-second timeout. The Falcons on inbounds plays have been sloppy in the second half of this game. Harrod is talking to the team now about these passes. 4:18 to go. It is a 9-point margin right now.
And very uncharacteristic there for Anae not to be able to dribble the ball out. I mean, credit to Behtal and the pressure that they're applying here on defense.
I think this is also this. This is playoff basketball. Anae has played every second of this game.
True.
So what you have now, I believe, is a little winded fatigue right now. That's what I believe.
And it has to be.
Because, again, now with the stoppages, you would think that would help the players.
Right.
But the players got to be mentally sharp as well as physically sharp down the stretch.
Right, they're selling out defensively, and both teams looking to clean it up here as far as the fouls go. But these last 4 minutes and 18 seconds are going to tell it all.
4:18 to go. So Harrod to inbound the ball now. Looks like Behtal is going to pull back. Anae over to Harrod. Harrod on the left wing. Harrod swings it over to Anae. And what they're doing is double teaming on the catch. Reagan over to Harrod. B-Rod, B the 3.
Big 3 there by Brandy Harrod, really showing off that she can score on all 3 levels here late in the game.
58-47, the lead back to 11, 3:50 to go. Swinging the ball over, Duff, inside, gonna be stolen by Imani Atchison.
It's a great job staying home there by Imani. Getting
now Harrod drifts back, over to Anae. 2-3 zone being played. Oh, they're switching it, man up. Anae over to Harrod. Harrod
is trapped.
Spins. Swings it inside. Imani Atchison wide open underneath the goal.
Great vision there by Harrod. Better execution there, getting on the scoring column from Imani Atchison.
Harrod with 19 points and some change. And they're calling 2 fouls. And who they're going to call the foul on? They're going to call the foul on Brandy Harrod.
And that's 5.
So, if I'm not mistaken, So Harrod with 5 fouls. So Coach Albert wasn't aware. So Harrod picks up 5. So Harrod is now coming out of the game. And into the game comes Raquel Hunt.
The freshman. Haven't seen much from Raquel as she's had a few fouls here tonight as well.
60-47. So McGehee scores the basket. She gets one more. McGehee shoots. Can't get that second one to fall.
Reagan Carey pulls down the rebound. Gets it over to Anae Atchison, leading the break.
So, Anae draws contact and a foul that time for Gascon. Team foul number 3 for her. So now, And they has it again. 3 minutes to go. Falcons are going to have to finish without D1 Brandy.
Behtal and man defense here.
Spark plug with the ball. She has 18 points on the night. She loses it that time. Ball in the hands, and they get the ball in the hands. That Gascon? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Gascon inside, throws it high off the glass, shot no good. Rebound by Tucker. Tucker can't get it to foul, and they're going to get a foul on Reagan Carey on the other end.
All right, and it's been so unfortunate here as Ane is looking up court and trying to scan the offense. She's losing her dribble there on the crossovers. Behtal is coming to double team whoever's on the ball.
Exactly. So the Falcons are going to have to adjust right now. The Falcons are going to have to do, as the shot falls down there by Tucker, she knocks down the free throw. 60-49, 2:34 to go. And again, she knocks down the free throw. Nice job by Tucker. Tucker gets it over. The ball's going to get knocked loose from Imani Atchison. Inside, going to be stolen by Raquel Hunt. And then the Falcons are going to throw it away. 60-50, 2:24 to go. The Wildcats trying to get it down underneath 10. Across the timeline goes Bailey Tucker. Tucker in the lane, pulls up for the elbow jump shot, and she knocks it down.
Bailey Tucker finding her way in the scoring column.
8-point game over to Imani. Timeout on 60-second timeout. Called by the Falcons. Other sponsors for today's game: Sunbeam Family Services, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. 8-point game. 2:09 to go, Jabin. How do the Falcons finish this off?
I mean, just playing as disciplined as they can. I mean, Behtal is really affecting them here, passing and moving the ball, forcing them into turnovers and getting to the free throw line, and it's not necessarily still Josie McGehee. As we just mentioned, Bailey Tucker has found herself in the scoring column now. So it's all depending on how disciplined these Millwood Lady Falcons can be.
So, Imani Atchison set to throw the ball in. Full court pressure being applied right now. Ball in the hands now of Reagan Carey. Ball's going to get knocked loose. Imani throws it up. Rihanna Hill across the timeline now, and Rihanna pulls back. Bounce pass over to Raquel Hunt. And Raquel's going to step out of bounds.
And Behtal really up in the ante here, still continuing to play man defense. Mano y mano here in the toughest minutes of the game.
All right, going to work. Bailey Tucker across, trying to get across the timeline. The Falcons are going to have to get in their bag of defense right now. Ball's going to be thrown away, and it will be Falcon ball. But here comes the full court pressure being applied by the Lady Wildcats. 8-point game. Ball in the hands of Ane. Over to Imani. Back over to Ane. Across the timeline, Falcons easily beat the press this time. Back in the hands of Rihanna Hill. Back in the hands of Ane. Over to Raquel. And the Falcons have pressure. Have pressure beaters. The ball is going to be kicked. And again, those long distance passes, Coach Albert is telling her team to shorten the distance on those passes. It's Falcon basketball right here in front of the Lady Wildcat bench. 91 seconds left to go in the game. Raquel throws it in to Rihanna Hill. Rihanna Hill beats the press over to Imani. And Imani has it inside to Rihanna Hill. And they're going to call a foul that time on Brooklyn Duff. Team foul number 4.
Great effort there by Rihanna Hill. She's getting awarded with free throws here.
No free throws yet. It's just team foul number 4.
Excuse me.
So not yet.
Not yet, but the Lady Falcons would love to have an opportunity. Do we get a timeout?
So it looks like we have 5 fouls called here. So it looks like Bailey Tucker's coming out of the game now. So into the game is Alexis Williams. 1:21 to go. So Imani trying to get the ball inbounded, and it's in the hands of Rihanna Hill. Rihanna Hill draws contact from Josie McGehee. So that's going to finally put the Falcons on the free throw line. Rihanna Hill. So Rihanna Hill at the line. Big free throws right here. She knocks down the first one. Rihanna Hill with 13 points on the night. One more. And Rihanna Hill knocks down the second one. Rihanna Hill with 14 points. Ball in the hands now. And contact by Raquel Hunt. And that's Raquel Hunt being called.
And she's at 5 and out of the game as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, she has four fouls. She has 4 fouls. But the team has 4. The team has 4 fouls. Now in the hands. All at 10-point lead with 1:04 to go. Inside the lane. Ball in the hands and score. Nice basket by Alexis Tucker. Nice penetration in the lane there by Alexis Williams, dropping it to Tucker, who scores the ball. 8-point game, 57.3 seconds to go.
Right, and they had a block there, just not enough to keep them at a scoring position.
So it's a full timeout there. So 57.3 seconds to go. If you're the Falcons right now, everything's in your favor. They're under a minute to go. The only thing you really have to do if you're the Falcons is make sharp passes, get across the timeline here, and then make your free throws.
Right, absolutely.
That's how you're going to finish putting this game away.
They're going to force you to get to the free throw line.
Because on the other end, they need possession and touches, meaning the Lady Wildcats. And so expect McGehee to have a quick trigger or try to get the ball in the hands of Brooklyn Duff or Alexis Tucker to score the ball.
Right, and it's usually been McGehee here, but now that the scoring column has opened up quite a bit, you have to pay attention to quite a few Lady Wildcats on the court here if they get possession of the ball.
Man, what a game we've had. The Falcons, when you start looking at it, you're saying, has it been under 5? Has the pressure really been there? No, but the way the Wildcats have attacked the Falcons, it feels like the pressure has been ramped up an extra notch.
Right, indeed. They're fighting for everything. I mean, Behtal, you talked about they won their last game in sizable fashion. They're fighting to stay in playoff position.
And coming up with it, ball is going to be in the hands of Reagan Carey across the timeline over to Raquel Hunt. All she has to do is hold. And she's fouled. And to the free throw line will go Raquel Hunt.
Foul on McGehee.
Foul on McGehee here. So McGehee just picked up foul number 5. So into the game now is Kinley Bowles. McGehee's night is done. So now both teams, what you call the perennial or their best player, both have fouled out of the game. So Raquel Hunt back rims that first free throw. She gets one more. Falcons are in good position.
You got to do a good job getting back on defense and defending the perimeter, as you mentioned.
And
Duff's on the floor.
So it looks like Raquel Hunt just picked up foul number 5. Her night's done.
Got 2 Falcons fouled out here.
So Raquel Hunt's night is done. So Alyssa Isaac now checks in the game. So Alyssa Isaac is in. 45.6 seconds to go. At the free throw line now, Brooklyn Duff. Duff misses the first free throw. Second shot by Duff is good. 63-55, 45.6 seconds to go.
8-point game.
And turnover on the inbounds play. And on the back rim, that shot's no good. Rebound control. Runner high off the glass. They can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Rihanna Hill. And I got to give credit to the Lady Wildcats. They have fought. They have fought. They have fought. So on the other end, after picking up the next foul, to the free throw line goes Rihanna Hill.
Right, credit to Behtal. Their effort has been outstanding here. Selling out and doing whatever they can defensively.
So Rihanna Hill knocks down the free throw. Rihanna Hill with 15 points. And she pushes it back to a 10-point margin. 65-55. Ball in the hands now is going to be knocked loose by Alyssa Isaac. Ball's out, but nice job by Alyssa Isaac applying ball pressure. 29.1 to go. Throwing it deep and corralling it is Bowles. Bowles inside. She can't get it to fall that time. And on the other end, Imani Atchison fouls Alexis Tucker on the putback.
Right, she's going for the block there, and her sister just gives her a quick reminder, hands up.
So to the free throw line now, Alexis Tucker. Front rims that one. 65-55. And the second one is true. Down to a 9-point margin again. Alyssa Isaac has it. Gets it over to Imani, and then she's going to be fouled by Brooklyn Duff. So Imani goes to the free throw line with 18.1 seconds to go. The Falcons are going to win this game. And it feels like they survived it, but they did win it. But I want to give all the credit in the world to the Lady Wildcats for Behtal for making this, really fighting hard in the second half of this game.
Right.
As Imani knocks down a free throw.
Scoring margin as close as 8 when Millwood had a comfortable lead, but with their best players on both sides coming out of the game, the rest of the team has rallied around each other and made smart plays to finish off this game with the win.
Nice job by Imani Atchison going 2 for 2. The Falcons can pull back now. They don't need to foul. All they need to do is rebound. And Alyssa Isaac now has it into the front court. Alyssa Isaac inside the lane, and her shot's going to be blocked by Duff.
Full court heave as the clock expires.
67-56. Millwood is victorious and will move into the winner's bracket of the regional round and will play Saturday at 6 p.m. right here. So, going to talk to our player of the game, and I think it's pretty, in this particular case today, Sparkplug and Nate Atchison is our player of the game. Going to bring her here by the scores table and have her put the headset on. And Nate, congratulations on the win. You ladies had to fight hard for this one.
Yes, sir.
So the first half of the game, what really went well for the team?
To be honest, we was just talking more competition, competitive, We had to actually work on defense and talk.
Now in the second half of this game, things changed up a little bit. They got a little bit more aggressive. Did it take your team by surprise, you thought?
A little bit. We knew the refs was going to take it more harder for us. So we had to get it together.
All right. So with that being said, you see the fouls racking up. Parad steps down. I see your calmness, your smile. You had to keep the team together. What was your mindset when Brandy fouled out?
I was kind of scared a little bit, but I had to really trust my team. I had to trust them.
Now, you came out of the game extremely aggressive early part of this game, double-digit scoring. just shy of 20 points tonight.
Ooh.
So, I mean, you had one of those nights where everything was working well for you. So tell me about your aggressive mindset, because this team did not have a lot of playoff success last year, but it seemed this year you're trying to make a statement with this squad.
I have to. This is my senior year. This is my last year.
So you're trying to do that. So what will you take away from this game today? You ladies advance will play Saturday now. Kudos to the Lady Wildcats. They fought hard. But what will you take from this game going into Saturday now?
To be honest, I would just work on slowing the ball down, no turnovers. We really have to work on that.
All right. Finally, I just have to ask you, whenever the sister-to-sister combination comes into play, I know I call you Spark Plug, but whenever Imani gets to drop you one, does she tell you about it? I just have to ask.
Yeah, she do.
Well, congratulations to you on the win. We look to seeing you on Saturday. And Nate Atchison, folks, our player of the game. You know, I was just proud to see her get loose tonight, being aggressive with the mindset tonight. That's a very big thing. And to me, it's only going to help this team play better.
Absolutely.
Now, when we start looking overall in tonight's game for it, Anae Atchison finished with just shy of 20 points. She had 18. Harrod had 19, and she may have had, you know, Harrod was close to a triple-double.
Indeed.
19.7 assists, 8 rebounds, and she threw in 2 steals. So, but shout out also Rihanna Hill with 16 points. And really, to me, that's really the difference in the game. When you start looking at the Bethel Lady Wildcats scoring sheets there, McGehee ended up with what? 20 what?
Got 29.
29. So if she had more balanced scoring, the outcome of this game might have been different. Right. Is that safe to say?
Very safe to say. I mean, she didn't get her teammates really involved, or the teammates themselves didn't really get in the scoring column there, but we had Alexis Tucker. She turned up pretty late there. She ended up with 9, and Gaston, she took a lot of the shooting responsibilities as well. She ended with 4.
All right, so for the Falcons' perspective, they end up shooting 59% in the game, 24 of 41. From threes, 2 of 7, 29%. They ended up with 14 assists and 23 rebounds. Against the Bethel Lady Wildcats, they finished tonight overall shooting 46%, 19 of 41, 6 of 17 from 3, 35%. But really the turnovers, nearly 20 turnovers tonight, is really the difference. Now, the Falcons didn't fare that much better in the turnover department, and the turnovers, they had 14. So, but a lot of those were all in the third and second half of the game. So if you're the Falcons, there's a lot of things to clean up.
Right, a lot of things to clean up, and specifically that inbound. They haven't had a lot of teams apply that full court pressure on them, but when they did, it affected them quite a bit. And turning it over on an inbound pass is not really characteristic for this team. They had 3 back-to-back-to-back turnovers there, which kind of swung that momentum for the Lady Wildcats.
No doubt about it. So the Falcons are victorious 67-56. They'll advance to play on Saturday. More than likely, I think it's going to be Little Axe, but I don't quite know that for sure. So stay tuned. We will make sure we let you know who the Falcons will be playing, but they are victorious. So as we get ready now for game number 2, the boys game that's coming up, we're going to take about a 5-minute break. We'll be right back as the regional action begins for the boys in just a few minutes. You're listening to Millwood Basketball Regional Playoffs here at the Fieldhouse, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. are at intermission. Regional action here at the Millwood Fieldhouse at Franklin Spears Gymnasium. Time to start talking about the boys. The boys have been idle, if you didn't hear me say it during the girls' game, playing their last game on February 9th, nearly 13 days ago. The Falcons won by forfeit over Pathways last Saturday night. The Falcons will be without Isaiah Wilkes tonight, but I have been told by several people that he should be available next week. So that means when you're talking about the team tonight, that means the reinsurgence and only the second game back, Jamin Dawson, for Chance Davis. But the last time we saw them play against Star Spencer, Chance Davis came off the bench and he never left the floor once he got there.
Right, we didn't see much of him in the first half, so we anticipated a big second half, and he didn't come out once he got in. Did a great job in his tune-up game back.
I think Chance Davis is the savvy veteran that you need. It created more space for Zahn. It created more space for Amari Barrett. And it also created space for Adrian Anderson-Nelson to operate in this game. It's going to be interesting to see what Dorian Williams wants his team to do in the second and this game starting regional action. This team, again, has not been active. So the number one thing you want to unpack first is your defense and get easy shots. Time for the keys to the game, sponsored by Narissa Berry Insurance. Narissa Berry Insurance would like to help you get the best insurance coverage with the right price for your home, automobile, and life. Let her help you protect what's most important to you. Give her a call, 405-547-0595. Caleb Fulton's Bethel Wildcat team is 8-14 on the season. They beat Little Axton Districts last week, 46-33. Now, their best stretch of their season took place during the Kellyville tournament in the middle of January, where they beat Bristow, Concord, and Wewoka in 3 straight games. Since then, it's been a little up, been a little down. But they do come in here 5-5 in their last 10 games, averaging about 48 points per game, giving up about 55. So they're -7 on point differential, where the Falcons on their side of it are averaging 61.8 points per game, giving up 54, a point differential of .7. So looking at the numbers, the Falcons just need to play their style of ball and give themselves an advantage based upon what the paper says. But what does my mind say? If the Falcons don't follow these keys to the game, there's going to be some problems. And the keys to the game is, number 1, get easy baskets. Number 2, you must have a defensive mindset. And number 3, and probably most important, Jamin Dawson, make free throws so that way your margin of error is much bigger than smaller when you miss them.
Right, I mean, all 3 aspects of the game, they must prevail, and those free throws have cost them quite a bit. And you've seen some lopsided margins here from them, but you want to see them make smart, easy shots, and they've done so, especially last game, by moving the basketball, sharing it. Amari Barrett stepping up. When Zahn Williams isn't on the court, you have no problem. He can score at will, operate the offense, and up the intensity and lead the way on defense.
SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Millwood basketball action in the regional. The girls won. Can the boys follow suit, beating Bethel, and get to Saturday night here at the Fieldhouse to play their last home point playoff game, possibly here at the Wood this season? So moving on to things, we're ready now for the starting lineups, and we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the Millwood Falcons, Ivory Towns.
Before we get started, let's give a hand to both of the ladies' teams, giving us a nice action right there for our regional matchup. Now it's time for the fellas. For the Bethel Wildcats visiting team, starting lineup goes a little something like this. Make some noise for number 10, Austin Brown.
So Austin Brown getting the start. Then we have Gavin Lynch getting the start. So Darius Cheatham, number 23, getting the start. And then number 30, Cole Duncan, and number 34, Maddox Davis, will be the starters tonight for the Bethel Wildcats. Thank you for tuning in tonight on PPBC TV. And remember, you will see the Falcons in action Saturday night starting at 6 right here. Now it's time for the starting lineup for the Falcons tonight. So here we go to work. So Zon Williams getting the start tonight for the Falcons.
Give it up for number 3,
Amari Barrett. Got the hair flowing tonight. No braids, straight basketball for Barrett.
I mean, he hasn't went back. He came unbraided against Heritage Hall, one player of the game, and he hasn't looked back since.
So Adrian Anderson Nelson is the next. And then coming in, Donovan Knight getting the start tonight. And then finally, number 35 getting the start, Braylon Bradshaw, the true freshman, getting start in regional playoff action. The identity of this team is going to be set early on in this contest. Will the Falcons come out? This is the beginning of their title defense really truly begins tonight in regional action here. The back-to-back champions are going to have to get busy tonight and set a tone and let everybody know it's going to be all right. But you never fear the wood when you see us coming.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, we're going to get this game and get another one here. And it's obtainable to get a back-to-back, but a three-peat is a feat for sure. So you want to see the Falcons set the tone here on defense and lead the way to yet another championship.
So Braylon Bradshaw going to jump against Cole Duncan in the middle of the court now. 8 minutes is on the clock, and we're set to really get this thing jumping. So here come the officials coming in center court. And Cole Duncan helps the Wildcats control it. Austin Brown drawing attention from Zon.
Zon Williams on ball defense immediately.
Going to work now. Ball in the hands. Going to be deflected. Donovan Knight comes through with the steal.
Donovan Knight
swings
getting
it
in
over.
that passing lane.
Adrian Anderson Nelson to the cup, and he scores.
Setting the tone indeed there. Defense turning into offense. Great job by Adrian Anderson Nelson.
Going to work now. And we're going to call a timeout here. Timeout being called by Caleb Fulton. Again, I did not like the way the team pressed it into action, so a first timeout coming right away from the Wildcats.
First substitution as well.
So
got
now
number 12 checking in.
So number 12 coming in the game now. That looks like Jacob Stevenson coming in the game now. So Dorian Williams saying, get your hands up, and nice job. Zon, they had him trapped in the backcourt immediately, and a nice job here by the Falcons. It means intensely setting the tone early.
And that's what they have to do, is another even matchup here in this playoff basketball. So both the teams have something great to lose here, but Millwood Falcons showing great intensity off the jump.
All right, so here come the Wildcats, set to inbound the ball. Going to swing the ball. Adrian Anderson Nelson applying pressure in the backcourt now. Ball handler right now is Cheatham. Cheatham swings it. Braylon Bradshaw nearly coming with it. 3-on-1 inside the lane. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Zon. And on the other end, do we have a foul called? Yes, we do. We have a foul called against number 12, Jacob Stevenson, who just checked himself into the game. Falcons up.
All right, Falcons doing a great job playing the ball. Braylon Bradshaw overplayed it quite a bit, so that was 3-on-1, but they feel comfortable with it, and Zon Williams does a great job holding it down, getting the rebound to get this second possession going.
So Zon across the timeline now. Swings it over to Adrian Anderson Nelson. Nelson to Amari Barrett. Barrett swings it back on top to Zon. Zon looks at a three, drives in the lane, bounce pass inside to Barrett, and it's blocked.
Yeah, Barrett tight roping on that baseline there, trying to put it up quick. Too much by the Bethel defense.
Nice job by the Bethel defense inside the lane. Cheatham, bounce pass over. Falcon defense, aggressive, setting the tone early. Ball on the wing, on top, nearly loses it there. Good Parsher. by the Falcon defense. Falcons getting after it early. Showing a little bit of nasty right now. Ball up top now. Stevenson backing it up. Bradshaw covering. Donovan Knight now covering. Ball in the hands now up top against Stevenson. Stevenson swings it up to Davis. Davis back to Stevenson. Stevenson. Now Cole Duncan to the outside. Short corner jump shot is good on that one. Looks like that basket was knocked down by Cheatham.
Nice job there sizing up that midi.
Zahn for three from the corner, shot no good. And a jump ball situation here.
And it's going to go to Millwood.
So Millwood gets the result of the tie up here. 5:54 to go. Nelson to inbound the ball. Zahn catches, trying to set up the easy money, and a foul's going to be called on Stevenson, team foul number 2.
All right, they do a good job setting up that quick tip, but that was a great read there by the Behtal defense.
So Zahn at the free throw line now. Steady dribble, spins, shot. Nice. Zahn up, or scoring his first point, putting the Falcons up by 1.
Free throws being a key to this game here, and a key player, Zahn Williams, is going to be one to watch here from the free throw line.
And Zahn knocks down free throw number 2, puts the Falcon up by the same margin. Full court pressure being extended by the Falcons. Nelson picks up Cheatham. Cheatham. Bounce pass over, going to be stolen by Zahn.
2-on-1.
Zahn hits him with the Euro, going left to right to the rack.
And you got to love the English there. Great take there by Zahn Williams. He talked about taking good shots, getting it straight to the rack there. You want to get as many points as you can in the paint as possible.
All right, going to swing it over now to Stevenson. Stevenson
that's a
almost
backcourt.
Get caught by a backcourt violation there.
That was not called.
Cole Duncan's pass is going to be intercepted there by Braylon Bradshaw. He comes up with the steal.
Little BDL, ball don't lie.
And Zahn to the rack, and he's fouled.
As it continues to tell the truth. Cole Duncan there on the foul.
So team foul number 3. So coming to the scorer's table now is Zahn. Dribbles. Zahn trying to do something from the line tonight.
Right, and it's a great sign here early.
He's got 5 early, so Braylon Bradshaw's out of the game now. And into the game now is Dominic Weich.
Look to see what type of impact Dominic Weich has defensively. One of the taller, lengthier players here for the Millwood Falcons.
Zahn, 4 for 4 at the free throw line right now. 8-2 is the score.
Very promising.
Ball across the timeline now to Cheatham. Back over to Stevenson. Stevenson on the right wing to the corner. Ball fake. Donovan Knight knocks the ball back to the hands of Stevens.
Falcons playing man defense.
Stevens here. Inside, dribbles back out. Dominic Weich stepping out on him. No movement. The Falcon defense has everybody in the passing lane covered right now.
All right, they've got Behtal froze here.
Screen, gets the ball back in the hands of Cheatham. Falcons up by 6. Bounce pass, lead in, swing back out, cross court over. Now driving inside goes Cole Duncan off the glass, and Duncan scores.
Cole Duncan goes in strong, going right at the chest of Amari Barrett.
Barrett up top. Barrett inside the lane. Tries to finish with the runner, and Barrett gets his own rebound. Dominic Weich gets it. They're still fighting. So Barrett had 2 cracks at it.
As Behtal resets here, get their offense going. Millwood Falcons still in man. We've got a couple Falcons making their way to the scorer's table for substitution.
All right, now working the ball around. Swinging to the right wing. Ball on top. And now, deep 3-point shot by Stevenson. He can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Zahn.
Right, couldn't really get a shot, so he takes one from deep. Donovan Knight penetrating the paint for a short jumper. That doesn't go.
And they're going to call a offensive foul, looks like against Amari Barrett here. Substitutions. As Barrett comes out, Chris Clay comes in. Donovan Knight is out, and Chance Davis is in. It looks like this is an official's timeout right now. So 8-4 is the score. The officials are discussing something right now. I'm not sure. So, again, the scorers table, they don't know who called the timeout.
And the confusion ensues here, bleeding into the men's game from the women's. Nonetheless, the officials are trying to get the right calls here.
So to work, here we go. Cheatham back over to Stevenson. Chance Davis now covering, applying pressure in the backcourt. Chance Davis with a tip. And a bounce pass over. And they're going to call a 10-second call, turnover against Behtal.
Correct call. It's a great job by Millwood deploying that press by Zon Williams and Chance Davis there, proving to be effective.
So now, Adrian Anderson-Nelson on the right wing. Steady dribble over to Chris Clay. Into the corner. Zon. Zon draws contact, driving baseline. So it looks like it's going to be team foul number 4 coming against Behtal. Chance Davis now to inbound the ball. He does to Christopher Clay. Back over to Davis. Davis inside to Dominic White. Dominic tries to score the ball. He can't get it up. Dominic gets his own rebound, and putback is good.
Soft touch there by Dominic White, going up to get his rebound and score. Falcons is deploying the same press. Chance Davis gets the tip ball, and Zon Williams goes up to the rack strong.
And then finishing is Chance Davis.
Cleaning it up there.
So Chance Davis scores on the other end. It's 12-4 right now.
And his impact is being felt as he's been substituted in the game just past a minute.
Bounce pass over. Trying to work the ball around. Going to throw it up, and the pass is going to be too deep. And they're going to say he's stepped out of bounds, or it's going to be a turnover.
They just led him a little too far there. Getting excited there on the fast break.
Ball in the hand now. And the hands coming across now. Cheatham double teamed right at the scorer's table. Around, inside it goes. Cheatham gets to the basket and scores.
Does a good job splitting that double team there and keeping his dribble to get to the rack.
Christopher Clay over to Zon. Back over to Clay. Bounce pass inside to White. White had an easy basket. Decided to turn it down, but he gives it to Chance Davis. And Davis did it again.
Right, you like to see White put it up, but that was a nice job continuing to move the basketball and finding the open shooter, Chance Davis.
1:56 to go. Ball in the hands now. Going to scroll the ball over. Going to move the ball around. Firing the ball from the right wing, Stevenson. He can't get it to fall there. Stevenson missed it. Rebound pulled down as Chance Davis shoots the three. He can't get it to fall. That time, Chance Davis with the heat check. 15-6.
Falcons still in man defense.
Mari Barrett to the scorer's table.
Christopher Clay
ball in the hands of Christopher Clay. Clay over. Chance Davis covering Cheatham. Ball in the hands now of Stevenson on the left wing.
So far here, the Falcons are doing a good job denying Behtal from the paint.
So right now backing up is Stevenson. Christopher Clay standing on him. Chance Davis nearly comes up with the steal. And they're going to say Chance Davis created and helped initiate that turnover by the Wildcats. Falcons up by 9.
Right, great job. Continuing to pester the ball carriers. Good on-ball pressure, Chance Davis there. Isaiah Wilson in the game now.
So working the ball around to Chance Davis. Now Isaiah Wilson has it. Isaiah Wilson is now in the game. So Isaiah Wilson's in. Zon is out. Solomon Davis is in the game. Chance Davis is in the game. Adrian Nelson is out. Amari Barrett is back in.
Do a great job moving the ball around to get it inside to Solomon Davis for a clean look.
So Davis getting the 2 there. 17-6, 26 seconds to go.
Stevenson picked up his dribble.
And it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it will be Falcon basketball. Or I take that back, it's going to be Bethel basketball. .8 seconds to go. Cheatham now has it. Cheatham pulls up, and the shot is good for Cheatham.
Cheatham is now at 6.
Ball lead up to 9. Over to Christopher Clay, inside to Davis. Davis over to Barrett. Barrett to the corner. Isaiah Wilson for 3. And Isaiah knocks it down as time expires.
At the buzzer. What a nice job by the young guy, freshman Isaiah Wilson there.
20-8 is the score as time expires at the end of 1. Falcons up 12. This is Millwood basketball, regional action, SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. All right, back to starting the second quarter now, 20-8. Time for a First Security Bank quarter recap. First Security Bank, proud sponsor of the Millwood Falcon broadcast. If you're looking to have a bank make your dream of becoming a homeowner or business owner come true, let First Security Bank make that dream a reality. Call them, 405-424-4341. What is your thoughts of the first quarter of action we saw here, Jamin?
Good shot selection here, shooting a lot of jumpers as well. Intense defense and ball movement is creating great opportunities on the offensive end.
Cheatham tries to get the ball inside, and it's going to be a jump ball situation, and it will remain with the Wildcats.
Got a substitution coming in here.
So now going to work right now. Cheatham to inbound the ball. Then the corner, three-point shot by Cheatham. He rings it up. Lead down to 9. And then on the other end, Chance Davis goes airborne. Looks like they're going to call a foul on the floor. So team foul number 1 against the Wildcats. 20-11, 7:25 to go. So Chance Davis to inbound the ball.
Cooper Doty, number 2, checked in for the Bethel Wildcats.
So back to work again.
Getting it inside to Solomon Davis. That's
he can't finish. Then Amari Barrett and Davis are fighting for it, but Barrett gets it.
Great job staying alive around the basket. Second chance opportunities are going to prove well for this team.
And the Falcons have extended the lead 22-11 now. Who's on the floor? Sponsored by Narissa Berry Insurance. It's Christopher Clay, Chance Davis, Amari Barrett, Isaiah Wilson, and Solomon Davis on the inside. Ball rolls around and out. Won't fall for the Wildcats. Inside goes Stevenson. Stevenson swings it to Cheatham. Cheatham on the inside. Can't get the ball to foul there, and Solomon Davis ends up pulling up the rebound.
Yep, they found a guy on the baseline sleeping, but good job recovering by the Millwood defense.
Chance Davis to the cup.
And what a strong take there.
Chance Davis says, all mine. 24-11, 6:30 to go.
So poised. Great body control when he gets in the air.
Cheatham now over to Cooper Doughty, who's in the game.
Stevenson.
Inside goes Stevens. He draws contact. Christopher Clay comes away with the steal.
Chance Davis gives it off to Amari Barrett with a wide open lane, and they call him for the offensive foul on Cole Duncan.
So they call offensive foul on Amari
Barrett.
Amari Barrett. So 24-11 is the score. So substitution, Barrett comes out, picking up his second foul, and returning the game is Adrian Anderson Nelson. Going to swing it over. Ball
Falcons.
in the hands now of Stevenson.
Falcons in man defense.
Ball up top, Thornburg has it. Bounce pass to the corner. Thornburg trapped. Ball to the left wing. Falcon defense is suffocating. Ball in the left wing.
All right on the cusp of getting this turnover, but
Stevenson
making a
kicks it
fight
to the
for
corner,
it.
and then a three-point shot from the corner is no good by Austin Brown. Rebound is Zon Williams, who's returned back to the game. Chance Davis over to Solomon Davis.
Great read there by Solomon Davis. Couldn't get the bucket to go.
Couldn't get it to fall that time.
Great job being decisive, though. He realizes he's got too much space around that basket not to take a shot.
All right, Mark Presley coming to the scorer's table now. So now the ball in the hands of Davey, and they're going to call another timeout on the floor here.
That
or
was travel
substitution.
there.
It was travel. Okay, turnover on the floor. Excuse me, 24-11. So Mark Presley's in the game now. He comes in for Solomon Davis.
Chance Davis pump fakes on a three.
So
Gets the
Chance
ball
Davis,
back.
another deep three-point shot at the top of the key. Can't get it to fall that time. And looks like, are they going to call traveling the call there? They're going to call traveling, and it looks like it'll be Millwood ball.
Right, Chance Davis was fighting for it there, and he got the best of it. Duncan just loses his feet.
Presley hands off to Nelson. Bounce pass over to Zon. Zon on the right wing, back up top to Nelson. Nelson ball fake. Isaiah Wilson tries to get it inside, and he does to Presley, but they're going to swing it back out over to Zon. Zon fires a three. Shot no good. Chased down that time by Brown.
Right, that was a good look there by Zon. Just knocks off the back rim there.
So now Cheatham.
Adrian Anderson Nelson loses his feet there.
Yeah, Cheatham tries to get the shot off. No good. Isaiah Wilson comes up with the rebound. Back over to Chance Davis. With a great pass on a give and go. Scoring the ball off the Mark Presley assist.
Right, and that's great ball movement. Ball barely touched the floor there. I feel like almost everybody touched it.
26-11, 4:02 to go. Bounce pass over to Thornburg. Now back in the hands of Cheatham. Cheatham inside. Nice, easy basket by Cole Duncan.
Right, that give and go there proved well for Cheatham, so he had some space there to get it over to Duncan on the other side of the box.
Zon goes into the chest, that time trying to shoot the ball.
Call goes in his favor.
Against number, looks like it goes against
Cole Duncan.
Cole Duncan, okay. Duncan getting called for the foul, team foul number 2. Zon Williams to the free throw line, and at the score table, Bradshaw and Barrett. Zon with the team high with 6 points. Chance Davis actually is the team high with 9. And Zon scores the basket.
All
Substitution.
money from the line.
So Nelson is out. Nelson's out. Davis is out. Wilson's out. So into the game is Bradshaw, Donovan Knight, and then Amari Barrett returns.
14-point lead here in the second quarter.
Zon shoots it and scores.
And he's been money from the free throw line.
28-13, 3:44 to go.
Falcons pestering on defense.
And getting the ball in the hands of Thornburg. Thornburg trapped in the backcourt.
And now they're
Running
fighting
out
to
of
get
time.
it across court.
Going to throw it. Cheatham finally gets it. Cheatham looking for space to operate.
Mark Presley gets a hand in there.
Ball in the hands of Stevenson now. Inside the lane. Stevenson's going to lose it. And it looks like they're going to call a jump ball situation, and it looks like it will be Bethel Wildcat ball. 3:26 to go in the first half right now. 15-point margin by the Falcons.
It was a great job there by Mark Presley playing through the contact there.
All right. Zahn across the timeline now. Zahn over to Donovan Knight, inside to Bradshaw. Bradshaw throws it up off the glass.
Strong move,
And
but
they're going to call
Barrett.
Amari Barrett with the foul there.
Over the back.
Barrett called with the foul. That's number 3 for Barrett. So Barrett comes out, and that looks like that's going to activate. Looks like that's going to activate Josiah Mays into the game.
Right, and we talked about foul trouble being a key in this game. Amari Barrett is already back to the bench with 3.
Presley covering. And Stevenson tries to get it across the timeline, and he does. Ball in the hand now of Lynch. Lynch swings it over in the hands of Holiday. Holiday back up top to Stevenson, and they're going to reset. Zahn covering. 2:50 to go. Swing it over. Doughty has it. And it looks like they're going to call contact as Thornburg's going to push Zahn Williams. Team foul number 3. 2:45 to go. Presley to inbound the ball, and he does to Zahn. 28-13, 2:43 to go. Across the timeline. Zahn into the lane. Zahn to the cup and lays it in.
That was a nice job there. That was slicing through the paint with ease. Zahn Williams doing what he does best.
One went on one and scored 2. 30-20, 30-13.
That's some math for you.
Zahn with the steal. Zahn to the cup. Thought about throwing it down. On the other end, and Mark Presley scores on the putback. That was a nice rebound by Braylon Bradshaw, but gets it down to Presley, who scores the basket.
And Zahn Williams applying that pressure on ball immediately.
Behind the back dribble by Stevenson, breaking through the press.
Mark Presley right there to double.
Swings it over in the hands of Doughty. Josiah Mays and this time to the cup he goes and lays it in nicely.
Right, Zahn.
Don't hurt him, Zahn. Don't hurt him.
Hey, you tried to get that highlight there. I thought we were getting ready for a monster jam. But
34-13 is your score. The defending champs making a statement in the first half of this one as they lead right now by 21 points. Been impressive, Jamin. It's another A-plus lawn services timeout. Would you like your home lawn or business lawn to look full, green, and healthy? Then call the professionals at A-plus Lawn Service. Owner Milo Wilson and his staff will take great care of you. Call for your appointment, 405-535-5139. So as we're looking at things right now, you know, overall, Super Prep player to watch tonight, we talked about the Chance Davis effect. But when you have a Zahn and you have a Chance Davis, those players can really have an impact on a game.
I mean, they have big shot ability, and they're the leaders for this team. When in doubt, you give them the ball and you let them do what they do best. Now, despite Amari Barrett having 3 fouls, they've overcome that, and it hasn't been a problem as they're up by 21 now.
Yes, Super Prep players to watch tonight. Amari, you know, you could say Zahn Williams and Chance Davis. Super Prep, the premier sports outlet featuring the very best in high school, college, student athletes in the city, state, and in the nation. Super Prep can be found on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and on all social media platforms. Super Prep OK, 96 seconds to go. Substitutions in the game now as Christopher Clay's in the game. Josiah Mays, Braylon Bradshaw's in the game. And also in the game now getting a little bit of getting some burn is Kelston Young right now.
Christopher Clay doing a good job staying in front of his defender, getting that block there, but they're going to charge him with the foul.
So you're saying Clay got called for the foul there. First foul, team fouls both with 3 apiece. But at the free throw line shooting the ball right now is Austin Brown. Brown's first free throw, back rim's no good. So now Christopher Clay returns, or Christopher Clay is still in the game. He was just standing over here talking to the coach. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. And Stevenson can't buy a bucket that time. Rebound pulled down by Mays. Presley swings it over to Clay. Clay over to Mays. Kelston Young has it. Kelston Young drives inside, gives it over to Presley. Presley has it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw off the glass and kisses it in.
What effort by Mark Presley as he put it up, keeping control of the ball and getting it to Braylon Bradshaw quick, and he puts it up, no hesitation.
1 minute to go in the first half of this one. Ball right now. So moving the ball around, going to swing it to the left wing, to the right wing, excuse me. Ball in the hands of Stevenson. Kelston Young trying to get over the screen. Now it switches. Braylon Bradshaw steps out. 37.6 seconds to go. Stevenson looking for space to operate. Gets around. Bounce pass inside. Cheatham has it. It's going to be a turnover. Nice job by Braylon Bradshaw with the steal.
All right, that extra pass cost him there.
Kelston Young pulls it back with 23 seconds to go. Inside, going to be a turnover that time.
Chris Clay tried to zip it into the paint there, but too many Bethel defenders.
Bethel coming away with the steal there. 12 seconds on the clock. Stevenson going to get the ball in the hands now on the outside. Inside in the lane. Tries to finish. And nothing doing there for Cheatham as time expires. And the score is 36-13. Falcons up by 23 points. The Millwood and Richmond Foundation's halftime report's coming up next. I'm Maurice Prince Jamin Dawson, and this is Millwood Basketball brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll be back in about 5 minutes breaking it down. Also want to thank all our sponsors for tonight's game: Sunbeam Family Services, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We'll be right back.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood and Richmond Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Richmond Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal, and you have a great day.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Welcome back to the Millwood and Richmond Foundation halftime report. Millwood and Richmond Foundation is raising $25,000 to help take care of their teachers and scholarships for its Millwood students. Help make a positive difference in investing in our jewel institution, Millwood Public Schools. You can make a contribution by opening up your phone right now, $ Millwood Enrich OKC. Millwood Enrich OKC. Do that right now. Donate that $5. Donate that $20. Donate that $50. So
Go ahead and donate that big Hyundai.
Oh, you said that Hyundai?
Go ahead and donate that big Hyundai if you're feeling good.
Okay, you feeling good. Right now, the Falcons are feeling pretty good. What is that? Doing my math, take away that, what is it, 23-point lead? 23-point lead, Jamin. What's been most impressive and how the numbers break down to you? What's standing out?
It's the defense. They want to restore the defense back to the state that it was earlier in the year, and we forced 10 turnovers already. We only have 1 turnover ourselves, 6 steals. So I think that's the biggest thing for me so far.
So when I talked about my keys to the game, I said, get easy baskets. What's your grade on that?
Hey.
Defensive mindset. What's your grade on that?
Hey.
Make free throws. What's your grade on that?
We're 100%. I have to give you an A.
Come on, A+, dude. Don't be. Don't.
A+. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man. I work hard for these.
Hey, you do. I don't want to take nothing from you, Mo, because you cooked up a good one.
All right, Millwood outscored Behtal in that quarter 16-5. So overall, with the score being 36-13, it's been dominance for the Falcons on the defensive side of the ball. Who are the high-flying Falcons in the first half? That's Zon Williams. He's in double digits. He's the only Falcons in double digits with 12 points. Then you've got Isaiah Wilson with 3, Amari Barrett with 2, Mark Presley with 2, Chance Davis with 9, Adrian Anderson-Nelson with 2, Dominic White with 2, Solomon Davis with 2, Braylon Bradshaw with 2. Because it's not just one person and you're getting some production from everybody else, yes, it's hard to hide that Chance Davis, the backcourt, or because Chance Davis can play the 3 or the 2 depending on what lineup it is. But the backcourt of the Falcons right now, of their 36 points you're talking about right now, has 21 of that 36 points. 15 points then are coming from everybody else. And that's a great spread because it's great reliability that you have if you're Coach Dorian Williams, that you can go multiple ways to score the ball.
Yeah, great credit to the depth on this team. They had a lot of guys that they had to plug in at opportune times when they needed them to step up, and they've done well. So you come in this game rotating off the bench, getting good touches, everybody moving the ball to get to the best shooter possible, and you got almost everybody in the scoring column.
All right, so what does Dorian Williams, what adjustments does he make for the second half of this game?
Finish. Continue to keep the intensity that you started. It has to be 0-0 right now. You go into it and you start the game like you started it in the first half.
All right, the Falcons are now trying to join, the boys team is trying to join and accomplish what the girls did and join their spot in the regional championship game here at the Wood on Saturday night. Team that they're facing to be determined. But as it stands right now, 36-13 is the score right now, and they have to come out firing. Those keys to the second half of the game brought to you by Narissa Berry Insurance. Narissa Berry Insurance would like to help you get the best insurance coverage for the right price for your home, auto, and life insurance policy. Let her protect what's most important to you. Give her a call, 405-547-0595. Time to start the second half of this game. Maurice Prince and Jamin Dawson on the call. Taking a look now at who's back on the floor. It's Zon Williams, Amari Barrett, Donovan Knight, Braylon Bradshaw. No, it's not Braylon Bradshaw. That's Adrian Anderson-Nelson and Chris Clay. So a little bit of a twist starting off the second part of this game, and I think that's a decision that every coach has to make. Come out with a different flow, come out with a different feel, but you got to get the guys engaged. I expect a mass substitution if the Falcons don't come out playing hard.
Right, I mean, they show that press there early, forcing Behtal into a bad pass, and they score quickly.
Amari Barrett scores off the Zon Williams assist. He's got 4 on the night. Deflected pass on the inbound. Amari Barrett gets it back to Adrian Anderson-Nelson, and they score.
And this is the start you want to see. That's just how they started the game, with a turnover and score. Defense turning into offense. Zon Wilson tipping that ball. They get possession again. He goes up and under and scores.
So Zon comes through with the steal, turnover. Zon scores the basket, and Coach Caleb Fulton calls a timeout. A 6-0 blast by the Falcons coming out of the gate strong, smothering with a quick 6-0 run. 42-13. You blink, and a 23 now swells to a 29-point lead.
Yes, sir. And I mean, that's what you want to see. That's how they started the game. You want to see them finish it off the same way. And Behtal coaches have no choice but to call a timeout, and stop the bleeding here.
So 42-13, 7:28 to go. Going to work right now. So now the Wildcats are going to inbound the ball from underneath their own goal. And then once again, Amari Barrett, they're smothering on the inbounds. So the ball now in the hands of Stevenson. Stevenson can't get it in, and it's a 5-second call. And once again, the Falcons creating the own turnover.
That's the second 5-second call of this game here, continuing to put strain on Behtal.
So Christopher Clay gets it in. Adrian Anderson Nelson to the cup, and he scores.
Great job, great timing on that up and under there. Good job.
44-13 now. The Falcons putting on intense pressure right now. And it's going to be another 5-second call by Stevenson as they cannot get the ball on the inbound.
And that'll be the third 5-second call here, all on Behtal.
So Zahn set to inbound the ball. They're giving Amari Barrett a chance to address his shoe. Christopher Clay now has it. Clay back to Barrett. Back over to Clay. Clay saw the three. Clay is not the three. Amari Barrett almost get it.
Great effort there trying to have his teammates back there on the putback.
Cheatham on the right wing being smothered by Clay. Gets it out to Stevenson. Amari Barrett with the steal. Amari Barrett goes with the left hand. Hits him with the Euro right to left to the goal. He goes and scores.
And you love the English there. Amari Barrett getting the steal and scoring in fashion.
Full timeout scored, and again, the Falcons intense pressure, and lead has sweltered now to 33 points. I mean, you're talking a 10-0 run since the start of the 8-minute. We're barely even 2 minutes into the second half of this game.
I mean, you couldn't have drew it up any better, Mo. You got the same guys out there, your key guys out there. Forcing turnovers is that, I want to say that's 14 on the game so far. So the Millwood Falcons doing a great job sticking to their defensive identity. 16, excuse me. Couldn't have drew it up any better.
So if you're Coach Dorian Williams, you just want to continue to execute what you're supposed to as a team. And then once that is done, then you've got to make, decisions on who finishes the game and who makes the plays, who makes all those things. But it's about effort. You want to show the coach that you can make minutes and plays in these games because, again, competition only gets tougher each level you go.
Right, and there's no lack, no signs of fatigue whatsoever within this Millwood Falcon
Maddox
defense.
Davis to trigger the inbound play. Bounce pass into Stevenson. Stevenson up fakes. Bounce pass over to Davis, nearly stolen by Zahn. Davis throws it to the corner. Back up top to Stevenson. Stevenson gets the ball, is going to be deflected. Stevenson ends up with it back on the right wing.
Tipped by Donovan Knight.
Stevenson trapped, unloads. Ball fake by Maddox. Swings it over. Cheatham, ball fakes inside the lane, back outside. Davis had to go down to get that one, reset. Stevenson moving around, and the Wildcats looking for some space to operate. The Falcons have been smothering all night long.
Right, they haven't been able to penetrate here in this second half.
Then a three-point shot coming from Davis. Davis can't get it to fall that time. Rebound pulled down by Zahn. Zahn throws it up. Donovan Knight ends up corralling it, getting it to Adrian Anderson Nelson, and scores.
All right, great job keeping possession of that. Zahn Williams led that pass, but Donovan gets it over to Adrian Anderson Nelson, clean it all up.
5:53 to go. Falcons continuing the run. Bounce pass over. And the hands of Cheatham. Cheatham wheels and deals inside. He can't get it to fall. Rebound Amari Barrett.
Adrian Anderson Nelson leads
and Nelson wants to drop the hammer. He can't get it to fall that time. Rebound pulled down by the Wildcats. Stevenson on the right wing. Clay steps out on him. Bounce pass inside to Brown. On the other end, Zahn on the backside. Deflects that ball or blocks that shot out of bounds. Nice job by Zahn.
Great job coming over to help Amari there.
So Dominic White comes in the game now.
and Zon Williams comes out.
So Dominic White comes in for Zon Williams. Zon with 14 points on the night. Back up top to Cheatham. Cheatham on the left wing. Barrett steps out on him. Stevenson has it in front of Clay. Clay putting pressure. Stevenson on the logo.
Falcons in man defense.
Stevenson has the pass deflected by Amari Barrett. Stevenson set to throw it in as we finally have hit the 5-minute mark.
Falcons up by 35.
Cheatham with Barrett covering. Ball in the hands now. Stevenson. Stevenson inside the lane. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound Christopher Clay. Clay pushes the ball up to Nelson. And Nelson, Adrian Anderson Nelson.
Clay
the man
really
with 3 names drops into 2.
Nice pass by Christopher Clay, threading the needle there.
37-point lead now for the Falcons. Chance Davis coming to the scorer's table. Ball to the right wing. Cheatham gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson loses it. Christopher Clay with the steal. Clay over to Barrett. Barrett to the cup. Barrett can't score. Dominic White with the rebound and the putback.
Dominic White's taking advantage of his minutes here, doing whatever it takes, cleaning it up around the basket. Kelston Young makes his way to the scorer's table.
Trap. Kelston Young getting ready to check back in, and it looks like there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. Or they're going to say that turnover. I didn't see that. So Nelson is out. And Donovan Knight is out. Chance Davis is in. And who else am I missing? Oh, Kelston Young is in the game. So Kelston Young looks at the 3, passes it up, gives it over to Davis. The ball's going to be deflected out of bounds. It will be Millwood basketball. So Clay over to Davis. Over to Davis. Davis ball fakes. Davis shoots a deep 3. Barrett gets the rebound. Barrett gets the rebound and the putback. It's good.
Strong rebound and strong putback there. It's just showing the touch of Amari Barrett around the basket.
Barrett now has 8 on the night.
Falcons go up 41 points.
Working the ball around, nearly stolen. And let's see here what the call is, or is a timeout on the floor? It's a timeout called by Bethel. The Falcon defense has just been incredible all night long. You know, when you get your team to play this hard when you're up this big, it says a lot about your team.
Right, it does. And as we mentioned, I mean, these players have no quit in them. They know the defense is their identity. And this is the tone that they need to set. A three-peat is a feat in itself. So if you want to go do that, you need to go set the tone every single time you step on the court from here on.
41-point lead right now for the Falcons. Our sponsors for tonight's game: Sunbeam Family Services, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wings Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. With our presenting Millwood sponsors are SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. So when you have a lead like this, you know, the fourth is what you're trying to get to. As a coach, you're going to execute your game plan throughout the end of the third. Would you agree with that?
Right, absolutely. And we're already seeing some substitutions here. We got young players like Christopher Clay still on the court, Kelston Young, Dominic White, who doesn't get as many minutes as usual, but he's getting them tonight. So look for the bench to get involved, see some more of Solomon Davis, Josiah Mays.
Yeah, see a lot more of those guys, because coming into the fourth, you want to see what they're going to bring and see what they're going to be able to accomplish, because you're going to have to give them, if you need some minutes, you're going to see what they accomplish here. Going to work right now. Kelston Young nearly comes up with the steal. Inside, swinging to the outside, Maddox Davis to the right wing, up top. Ball's deflected. Amari Barrett ahead of everybody. To the cup, he can't finish. Dominic White with the rebound, over to Kelston Young, and he finishes.
Great unselfish play by Dominic White, getting it over to Kelston Young for a cleaner look. Amari Barrett really just being a ball hawk on defense.
Amari Barrett with 8 points. on the night. Dominic White with 4. Kelston Young gets his first 2 in the game. Stevenson drawing attention of Chance Davis, 2:48 to go. Bounce pass over, nearly stolen. In the hands now of Austin Brown. Stevenson tries to work himself around, can't find any daylight. Ball in the hands on the outside, on the left wing.
It's a nice switch by White.
All right, so now Stevenson has it. Then we're going to get mass substitutions getting ready to come into the game right now.
Wholesale.
Going to work right now. Bounce pass inside, and then to the cup goes Maddox Davis, and he scores.
That was a nice job rolling there by Maddox Davis for the easy 2.
Maddox Davis, so down Dominic White on the other end. Dominic doesn't get the first one to fall, gets the second one to go ahead and drop in. Dominic White's working on a nice night. He's got 6 points in the game. 2:01 to go. Ball in the hands now of Cheatham. Chance Davis nearly gets that. So ball in the hands now.
Hey, that was going to you, not me.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Our producer missed the bounce pass. I'm going to have to talk about that in this 2K squad in a minute here. He's going to let that one just roll right past him.
It's your time to shine, boss.
All right, going to work right now, 58-15. The ball in the hands right now of Cheatham. Josiah Mays is in the game now. Solomon Davis is in the game. Isaiah Wilson, Mark Presley is also in the game.
Josiah Mays fighting for the ball. Maddox gets it over to Cheatham.
And substitutions coming in the game now. So Javier Richards is in the game.
Isaiah Wilson bringing the ball up fast.
So pressing the situation. And then Isaiah Wilson lets a 3 fly. He can't get it to fall right time.
Big rebound by the big body, Solomon Davis.
Solomon Davis puts it off the glass with a nice kiss.
Nice job using that corner there, young man.
Mark Presley, all he does is get assists. And again, it's 60 to 15 right now. 45-point lead. 1 minute to go.
Falcons in man defense, Mark Presley on ball.
Stevenson trying to force a 5-second call. Cheatham.
Solomon Davis gets a hand on that.
And Solomon Davis comes up with the steal there. Ball in the hands of Isaiah Wilson, who gets it down to the corner. Driving to the cup goes Josiah Mays. Dropping the biscuit in the basket.
Nice hop
Isaiah Wilson on the assist. 39 seconds to go, and there are going to be wholesale substitutions coming in for the Wildcats at the next timeout here, or ball stoppage. 30 seconds to go. Stevenson being covered by Javier Richards. Richards hands the ball off now. Ball in the hands of Davis. Stevenson with Mark Presley covering. 17 seconds. Inside. Kiss off the glass. Stevenson can't get it to fall that time.
Solomon Davis, long cross-court pass.
And going up high to get the Javier Richards, but that was a big-time rebound. What an effort that time. Going up, there's Gavin Lynch. Give him a good spot on the bench. He went up big to get that one.
He's going to need a cushion. He went up to get that ball, and he
fell right on that tailbone.
Got possession, but yeah, that's one you don't want to see on the hardwood.
5 seconds to go. Mark Presley bounce pass inside to Solomon Davis, and Isaiah Wilson fires, but it will not count. 62 to 15 at the end of 3. Time for our First Security Bank quarter recap. First Security Bank wants to be your bank. An African-American-owned bank in Northeast Oklahoma City. You can call them 405-424-4341. They can make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or a business owner come true. Let them help you get that done. 62 to 15. The Falcons were dominant. They went on a stretch, Jamin, where they scored almost 24 or 22 consecutive points before Bethel scored. It's 26 to 2 is what they scored them in the third. So a tremendous run. And just to give you an idea of just how strong the Falcons were, the Falcons shot 13 of 19, 68%, 76 from 2.
And the bench play has been tremendous. It hasn't shown much in the scoring column, but Solomon Davis and Dominic White, Josiah Mays doing a great job here defensively.
So to work we go. 8 minutes is on the clock. We're ready set for live action. So Isaiah Wilson, Mark Presley, Josiah Mays, Javier Richards, and Solomon Davis with the ball. On the floor right now. Isaiah Wilson back over top to Josiah Mays. Mays cuts inside the lane, gets a screen from Davis, and Mays with the floater.
Nice job creating some space there by Solomon Davis and Josiah Mays on the finish.
7:39 to go in this game. 64-15. Intense pressure being on. Wholesale changes. Want to say it's the entire second unit in for the Wildcats right now.
Falcons in a 2-3 defense now.
Richards.
Wilson overplaying that ball. He does pry it loose.
Thornburg,
Mark Presley speeds
Mark
up court.
Presley gets there, and Presley lays it in. Presley gets the steal, and Presley gets the deal. 66-15. 7:08 to go. Across the timeline he goes. Falcons are hungry. Playing with an aggressive tone in the defense right now. Ball's knocked loose. Javier Richards says it should be Falcon ball, but it will remain with the Wildcats. Clock continues to run. And that time's going to be a foul called against Josiah Mays. Team foul number 1, so now into the game for the first time today is Jamari Moore. He's in the game. Mark Presley is out. Kelston Young is in. So I want to make sure I get everybody is up. Ball's going to be stolen by Javier Richards, and Richards wants to throw the hammer, and he can't get it to fall.
Right, and when you play exceptional defense like this, you get opportunities on the break to get the highlight.
And somebody wants to throw it down the hammer.
The whole gym wants to see it here.
So now, that's what they want. Josiah Mays covering. Dribbling around is Doughty. Doughty looking for daylight, can't find now. Falcons are switching, and the ball's going to be thrown out. It will be Falcon basketball. 66-15, and now Braylon Bradshaw returns to the game. Solomon Davis comes out. So Solomon Davis takes a seat. Bradshaw, Moore, Richards, Mays, and Kelston Young. Kelston Young fires a 3, and he gets it to fall.
Gets a friendly bounce off the backboard for his first three to fall. It's a fairly young lineup we have here now for the Falcons.
Josiah Mays with the assist there, 69-15. 5:08 to go. Kelston Young deflects the ball, but they're going to catch Kelston Young with that one, with drawing contact. So Kelston Young with the foul, team foul number 2 for the Falcons. And we have hit the official running clock stage. So anybody saying what's going on, it's his official running clock. So Javier Richards comes out, and Chance Davis returns. Bounce pass into the lane. Ball's going to get knocked loose, and it will be Falcon basketball.
There's a nice inbound pass by Holiday, getting it to Cooper Doty. Getting in the paint and losing the ball.
So Mays across the timeline with 4:20 to go. Over to Kelston Young on the right wing. Going to fire it across as Chance Davis tips it over to Braylon Bradshaw.
Turning it over.
Bradshaw with the turnover there.
Josiah Mays prying that ball loose there.
Ball fake there. Swinging the ball around now was Thornburg.
Getting it to Doty, and now Holiday on the right wing for 3. That's all air.
Shoots. Nothing but air there. Rebound pump up by Bradshaw to the corner. 3-point shot by Moore is no good. Ball goes out. 69-15, 3:39 to go. Ball in the hands now. Across the timeline goes Doughty. Bounce pass or push shot. Draws a foul there. It looks like Davenport. So the foul is going to be called against Jamari Moore, team foul number 3. Davenport to the free throw line. Shooting 2. First one is good. And into the game returns Javier Richards. So Moore comes out. Check that out. I'm sorry, Moore stays in. Chance Davis comes out.
Right, he's done enough tonight.
Back rims on that free throw. Rebound pulled down by Braylon Bradshaw. To the corner. Three-point shot is no good. And Braylon Bradshaw going to get called for the foul there.
Right, was trying to get in position for the putback and catches a little too much air. And gets over
somebody wants the crowd pleaser.
Hey, they're looking for it here now, and Chance Davis is out, so it's going to be one of those young guys if they get it in the last 2 minutes.
Across the timeline, Josiah Mays with the steal. Josiah Mays over to Kelston Young, who gets the basket.
Easy lay.
So nice job again. Let me make sure I get that right. On the other end, behind the back dribble by Davenport. Ball in the hands now. Going to swing it back out. Kelston Young comes away with the steal.
Telegraphed that pass. Kelston Young read it like a book, and he's off to the rack to score.
And Kelston Young is going to get an and one and score the basket.
You love to see it from the young guy taking over. Great job being decisive.
73-16 is the score right now. $57-point lead for the Falcons as Kelston Young drains it. Kelston Young in double digits. He's got 10 points now. 65 seconds left to go in this game.
We talk about the young fellas capitalizing on their minutes on the court. It's been a blowout, but when he gets out here, he does a great job scoring, getting in double figures.
All right,
Josiah Mays.
Kelston Young comes up with the steal again. And to the basket. Rises and glides to the basket goes Josiah Mays.
Closest thing the Falcon faithful are going to get to a dunk here tonight.
It just seems to be that way.
And that's all right, as the team is up now by 50 points.
Make that 60 points.
Excuse me. See that math here.
Yeah, that's all right. So now, Falcons are going to hold it out. 20 seconds on the clock. Jamari Moore. So 9 seconds on the clock. The final 6 seconds on the clock. 76-16. And the Falcons have reservations for the regional championship on Saturday night. They will play here at the Wood at 7:30. Falcons dominant in the game from start to finish. A lot of things you can say, a lot of things you might be able to do, but there was no denying how strong that defense was tonight. So Zon Williams, 76-16. Going to take a look and talk to our player of the game. Didn't have to have the longest night tonight, but we're going to welcome him to the scoring table right now. Zon Williams. Zon, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
You guys needed to set a tone. What was the mindset? You guys had been off for 13 days.
Yes, sir.
You guys needed to make a statement. You guys needed to do something. What has been you guys' process building to this game tonight?
Just having pride on the defensive side, and we're preparing for state. That's what we're preparing for.
Now, you guys know defending the third is going to be the hardest thing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the next biggest challenge. So how do you feel, or how do you grade the team's performance tonight?
Honestly, we played pretty good as a team. I mean, we could have done a lot of things better, especially in the first half, but we did clean it up in the second half, so that's all I can ask for.
All right, so you guys come through tonight with a 60-point win. You tonight had 14 points. When it comes to scoring the ball right now, you guys seem to be I want to say aggressive on making sure everybody's getting a chance to touch. How dangerous does that make your offense when you get everybody else involved?
When everybody's scoring, it's hard to guard us. Because, I mean, like me and Amari, we're usually the top scorers. But, I mean, we have Chris Clay. We have Adrian Nelson. Like, we have everybody. Everybody can score the ball at will. So, I mean, if all of us are connecting at a high rate, can nobody beat us?
All right, Zon, so talk to me a little bit about, what's something that Coach Williams is going to say in the locker room tonight, because this was step one. You guys get your next opportunity Saturday night at 7:30. What's going to be the next step for this team?
I say definitely have more pride on the defense end, honestly.
So take it up to another level.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me ask you then, just an honest question then. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think the defense is?
Tonight, I say it was about a 7.
Oh, wow. Okay,
7.
okay, all right. I want to see a smothering, suffocating, I can't move defense.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this. About your game, how do you see your role in the offense? You guys got experience now. You guys have, you guys are getting healthier. So where do you think your role is in the offense, and how do you get your shots off?
Really, I just got to play within the offense. I mean, my shots are going to come within the offense, and that's what the coaches preach to us all the time. Don't go out there and do our own thing. Just get everything within the offense, and we'll be all good.
All right, so my last question for you tonight. So how sneaky of a player on defense do you consider your game right now? Because there's a couple of times it looks like you just kind of lean back, your body position, and all of a sudden you just dart back and get the pass. Is that something that you hang your hat on, or describe to me what's going through your mind in those moments?
I just really got to decept the defense, honestly. Make it look like I'm not in position, but I really am in position because I'm quick enough to get there and get the ball, get the steal, or get a deflection. So, I mean, that's honestly what I do.
Zon, congratulations to you. Thank you for stopping by the scorers table. He is our Falcon player of the game. He scored 14 points. And, again, thank you so much, Zon. Thank you for stopping by the scorers table. All right.
Yes, sir.
So, as we get ready to end tonight, the Falcons win on both sides. The girls win, the boys win. The girls were impressive. They had to hold on without their star player on the floor. They had to grow a little bit. What did the boys have to do tonight, in your opinion, to go ahead and seal this win?
I mean, the boys just had to play to their game. As you mentioned in the pregame, looking on the paper, they had the advantage. All they had to do was come out here and stick to their game. But you heard Zon Williams here. He thinks the defense is at a 7 at this point in the season. So if that defense can pick it up in any intensity whatsoever, this is going to be scary for any opponent.
From the moment it said go, there was no room to breathe. The Falcons outscored them, get this, folks, in the second half of the game. You ready? 40-3.
Moment of silence. That's ridiculous.
40-3 in the second half of this game. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. 76-16 was the final score of tonight's game. Want to give a shout-out to a couple of the other players. Isaiah Wilson came through with 3 tonight. Amari Barrett had 8. Slow start, but he was able to get there. Josiah Mays with 6. Christopher Clay with 4. Chance Davis with a smooth 9. Adrian Anderson Nelson with 10 tonight. Dominic White with 6. Kelston Young with 10. Solomon Davis with 4. Braylon Bradshaw with 2. Anytime that there's that many players in the scoring column, the Falcons are normally going to roll. So the Falcons, both teams advance to the regional championships. Those games will be played on Saturday night. Girls game at 6. Boys game will be played at 7:30 on Saturday night. Myself and Jamin Dawson will be back with you on that call. That being said, I want to thank all our sponsors for tonight: Sunbeam Family Services, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. And tonight's game is being brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Store.